and we are live here on the Nature Sports Podcast, man. Workhorse Wednesday, baby. This the film day, though.
Workhorse.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's Workhorse Wednesday, film day. You dig what I'm talking about? So we have to get it in the way we get it in. We get to see who did what and how they did it, and why they did it. You get what I'm saying? So you gonna rock out, man. It's film. Gonna let the guys introduce themselves. Y'all know what it is, man. And let the guys pass it around. They do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what it is. That boy Big Son. 10 years in, 10 more to go, and 10 more after that if God willing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is. It's Workhorse Wednesday. We definitely in the building. We got a big show, film review, and a lot of news around the league. And also, if y'all have been watching, I know y'all have seen. I know I'm just starting off, and I know we supposed to go in order, but big news on the ticket. JJ McCartney is out for the season. We're gonna talk about it. So,
Oh, yeah, for
welcome
sure.
y'all to Workhorse Wednesday.
Workhorse. Yeah.
Workhorse.
This point B, man, 10-year vet, man, been doing this, man. Uh I want to thank you guys for coming in and tuning in and watching with us. I know this is my intro, but I'm going to thank you guys right off the bat for supporting us as much as y'all do. Please like and subscribe to pages. You know what it is. So I appreciate you guys for coming in. And this is Point B, 10-year vet at it. I'm going to pass it to my man V.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Shout out to everybody on the show today. Shout out to all the listeners and the fans out there tonight. Workhorse, how we step in.
Workhorse.
Workhorse.
You know what it is, fellas. Uptown Vito, 10-year vet on the cast. Just checking in with everybody, coming in to bring you guys live updates and news in the area for the Washington Commanders, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, in our hearts and in our minds. You know what it is. What it do, fellas?
What up? What up?
What it do, brother?
Not much, not much.
Man.
Everybody talking about the news and stuff going around and stuff today.
Oh man, it broke my heart when I was sitting at the bar and seeing the news come across the screen. JJ McCartney out for the year. I was heartbroken for the guy. Young rookie didn't even get to start out good and have a season. So we're going to wait till next year to see the guy. I was interested to see what JJ brings to the table. 27-1. You know, I was interested to
So
see what that looked like.
I have a question. Do you all
Yeah.
feel like that is a nod to Adam Peters for not picking a quarterback that would have that issue right away?
Mm. I
Uh,
think it's a big nod.
I do.
I
I
think it's a
guess.
big nod.
I guess it can
I
happen.
think it's a big nod because I'm not going to say it can happen to anybody because, for one, everybody doesn't take care of their body the same. You know,
I agree.
people plan and prep different ways. Same thing with food. So, I mean, I think the preparation that Adam Peters and the team behind Adam Peters put in and looking at these players and these positions and betting these guys, I think they did a pretty good damn job.
I
So
agree.
I would also say that is it maybe a nod to Adam Peters because was Adam Peters there or not there before the hiring of Dan Quinn? So is this not also a slight nod? And I'm just giving them credit when I say this, and I'm asking also, so I'm not necessarily giving my opinion and making it you guys, but I'm also giving a slight nod. And do you guys agree to Adam Peters on hiring Dan Quinn instead of the Harbaugh hire that everyone was asking for, or at least looking into? Because if McCarthy had this injury that needed to be repaired, that means that he also played on this during his college career.
Maybe, maybe.
I don't know what happened. How did the injury happen? How did the injury happen?
This was not a practice injury. This was an
No,
evaluation that they did with McCarthy and found out that he had a meniscus tear that needed to
yeah.
be repaired. and
Yeah.
it's going to be a season-ending injury or recovery process. So that's why he's out for the year.
So it
Yes.
wasn't a hit. He didn't take a hit.
No, no,
No.
no. So that's why I said, is it a nod to Adam Peters for not hiring Harbaugh? Not saying that Harbaugh intentionally did anything, but not hiring a quarterback that would have been questioned if he was to pick McCarthy
Well,
with that pick.
McCarthy was one of the lower ones on my list in general, and maybe that's because I saw something in regards to his passing that I just didn't like. So maybe
I'm
that
gonna
was
be
it.
fair.
Maybe he couldn't get full force out of his
He's the
passing
only
because of that injury.
but he's the only rookie quarterback that had 30 has got 30 touchdowns in training camp.
I
So
didn't.
he was doing
I'm saying I saw his
best.
tape. I saw his tape when he did his workout, his pro day workout. I didn't like the pro day workout at all. He was
I'm just
hot.
saying
So
so
that's
far he was resonating in the league from what I heard about him, and I've been looking at different news clippings and stuff like that. He was doing great. He was doing
Well,
great.
Yeah, I heard he was doing great in camp and everything. And that's why I felt so bad for the guy. I'm like, dang, that's a heck of a setback for the rookie. And not only head of a setback, like I mean, he could have possibly started at some point in the season. So I mean, I just feel real bad for the guy.
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
look, again, this is an opinion-based show. This is my opinion, and it's not a. It may seem harsh. I would like to say that I do feel sorry for the injury, but I don't necessarily feel sorry for the player. This is a injury that could have been addressed prior to being drafted, which means that it would have knocked your draft grade down, and you just got paid to recover as a first round quarterback. It's going to be a lot expected from you to come back from something when you didn't even get a chance.
I agree. It's definitely gonna be a lot expected of him.
well, I think it was going to be a lot expected of him regardless.
I mean, I think Minnesota's
Regardless,
gonna get that number.
I mean, I don't think he was worth the pick, but Minnesota went ahead and got him for whatever that's worth. But and it's not doesn't have anything to do with the injury. I just didn't like his pro day, and maybe it's because he couldn't get full for he wasn't in proper health.
I mean, I look at JJ McCartney like who's the guy that I mean, JJ McCartney to me was going to have a career like what's my guy's name? Herbert. A lot of people knew who Herbert was. Like, all right, Herbert, like, all right,
Justin Herbert?
but Herbert, huh?
Justin Herbert?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Hell no what? Hell no what?
McCarthy, no.
Justin Herbert, I can't even see the comparison. Oh no, hell no.
JJ McCarthy may be with help and with a good look at it and with hopes. JJ McCarthy would be a more polished, more athletic Brad Johnson.
Right.
Not Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert. Their systems are two totally different systems, bro. Like Michigan and Oregon are like light years apart offensively, right, as far as creative plays, where the ball has to be targeted, where it's thrown at. It's just a lot different of a type of offense. Michigan is more of a pro style offense that allows you to run and like kind of get the ball to your tight end, your number one wide receiver, maybe your second. I don't even have a third wide receiver over 400 yards in a good little while.
Yeah.
But I think personally, just my opinion, everybody got an opinion. I think personally, JJ would have changed that. That's just me. That's just me personally.
I don't see it. That's
just me personally. And he was lighting it up in camp. He had real good rapport with the other guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it takes for you to get your team rolling in the first place. You got to have rapport with your guys. So him having that in the first place, and like Leo said, he was one of the only rookies in camp that threw 30 TDs through training camp. So he's throwing dimes out there. He can play. He ain't no slouch. You don't go 27-1 and you're a slouch.
That's true.
So
But
that's my argument, So that's just my opinion.
yeah, I didn't like his pro day, so he was a slouch all the way until I saw something.
Well, the slouch to me is going up there. I agree with Vito 100% on this. Because see, you just robbed the bank, literally. You had to know something was wrong with that knee. I know something is wrong with my knee. Have I got to go check it out? No. That's my fault. If it's something wrong deeper than what it is, you know that. You just robbed the bank, my man.
It's getting real.
You just robbed the bank. Because you knew that meniscus, you knew something. When I go up the steps, just right knee be like, nah, nigga, slow down. Don't put too much weight on that joint. You know when something is wrong with your body.
You accuse this man. You accusing this man.
Nah, I ain't accused this man. This man did that. He did that.
Hey, look, we're going to be men about this, right? We're going to be men about this. We're going to take a vote, right? How many people believe that he knew something was wrong with his knee going into the draft?
I
do.
I let me tell you why I think. Can I say why I think? When I'm playing basketball, right, and I go to pull up, and my right knee be like, nah, this ain't the time. I know something is wrong with my right knee. I'm pulling up to take jump shots, and the jump like, nah, I'm not moving. I go to jump, and my body and my knee is like, no, I'm not moving. So I know that's a problem. So you can't tell me you ain't know it's a problem, JJ.
Okay,
bro. But
what
you
about
might not
bro?
know
What you
exactly
think?
what the problem is, though. So let's just say, for instance, who you
Bro,
know.
what's your vote, man?
I said my vote. I said it's. I think that he don't know.
I think he
I said I think he don't know.
I think he knew.
My vote is that I think he knows because if I can give my opinion, okay, go ahead.
Listen to my logic. Sometimes you got something wrong with you, right? But it go away. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes he might have just been. I ain't saying he ain't feel nothing, but I don't think he knew it was a meniscus tear. His meniscus was torn. I don't think he knew that. Even if he might have felt a little something or a little discomfort or something like that, sometimes that happen with your body. You don't know exactly what's going on. You like, look, man, I'm gonna walk this joint off. This joint gonna go away. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he knew that he had a meniscus tear.
I've been trying to walk this joint off for a year.
That is your logic, and I'll give you credit for that because it's possible. If anything in the world is possible, things are possible. In my logic, the reason why I feel like he didn't know, I feel like in 4 years, as your quarterback for 4 years, you didn't transfer in from somewhere else. You've been this kid's coach for 4 years. I believe that in 4 years, you know when something's wrong with your player. You know when your player is not at 100%. You know your player is not when they're, at their best. Even though you're winning games, when your player wants to fight through something, as a former football player and a former player that played that position, you also give credit to your quarterback fighting through injuries or playing through certain things. But you also can know this and also say, hey, you're a 22-year-old young man, and that, hey, if you don't tell anybody, you can still be drafted and make tens of millions of dollars and take a year off to get this injury handled and settled. They're not going to cut you at this point of finding it out because they've already invested the same that weren't hurt and were still estimates they played out well for their team. I just don't think that you in today's time, that's what I said, I'm holding the player accountable in a sense, but I don't think that you let go of the player. It's not it. I don't think that you, not let go of the player. I don't think that you assume, just to me, that the head coach didn't know because this injury didn't make it to a preseason game. Like I said, this was all doing a team practice together. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a way to get my quarterback hurt, and I'm not trying to get my quarterback hurt, so I have to look at getting surgery early for him to be able to, play out the season and stuff like that. So you have to look at it from that standpoint, at least for me. Coach.
My take on it is a little bit different. but similar to V's take. My take on it is that he absolutely knew, and so did the Vikings. The Vikings knew. The Vikings wanted to see how good he really was, so they let him play out in camp a little bit. You know, they probably didn't push him too hard, and so now we got to go back and review the camp tape, right? But they probably didn't push him too hard. They took him out in camp. They said, "Okay, what can he do? Oh, this kid looks dynamite. All right, before we get to playing these games, let's roll him back. Let's get him healthy. We know what he can do. We confident in him moving forward. We don't got to draft somebody next year."
No, I think the Vikings. Not to totally agree. I totally agree with you. Only on the part where I don't think the Vikings knew. But at the same token, because of where the Falcons picked Michael Penix with
Yeah.
his prior injury, or at least with the elbow concern, was I think that
Mm-hmm.
maybe you still possibly are right that they picked
Yeah.
him, even knowing that he may have to wait. Now, the
Yeah.
only way that I feel like they didn't know is that you let go Kirk Cousins and picked up a quarterback when you could have
No,
let him sit behind
no,
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins
Cousins.
for a year.
No, Kirk Cousins. They didn't let Kirk Cousins go. Kirk Cousins was involved in a tampering situation. So Kirk Cousins was technically poached from Minnesota.
Was that before the Atlanta trade?
They didn't trade him to Atlanta.
I mean, was that before the signing to Atlanta?
Yeah, yeah. They basically were saying that I'm not sure like if they just did like something happened with Kirk. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say that the Falcons was the actual ones tampering, but it was some tampering stuff going on, and it was text messages between Kyle Pitts and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, but that's what
So
I'm saying. That couldn't have happened before he actually went to the Falcons because
no, that's what
the signing.
that's what the allegation is that it was before he
No,
signed with the
but what
Falcons.
I'm talking about in the news, I don't believe it came out in the news first because if it
Oh,
came out in the news first, the trade, I mean, the signing possibly
yeah,
wouldn't have
yeah, no,
happened.
no.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no. It came out afterwards. It came out after he signed. The
At
news of the
signing,
potential tampering.
and we're looking
So
at signing the quarterback in McCarthy before, and knowing that he has a knee. If I'm Minnesota and I know that he has a knee injury, you know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
not going to sign him without. I mean, I'm not going to let Kirk Cousins go and let him. You know what I'm saying? Let him, because now who's the
they,
quarterback for the Vikings? That's the
but
only
what
reason
I'm
why I said I don't
but what I'm saying
necessarily.
is they didn't let Kirk Cousins go. I don't think they intended on Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta. I think they was going to pay Kirk Cousins. They just probably wasn't trying to pay him what he wanted. And I don't think they intended on it. I think that that's just how it played out, and they was going to get McCarthy, or they after Kirk Cousins left, they said, okay, McCarthy is somebody we might have to wait for. I just think they knew as far as the
Nah,
McCarthy
that's
situation,
I, I,
but as
I
far as with
believe that
Kirk,
that's coaching
it's,
suicide. That's coaching
yeah.
suicide. That's coaching suicide to let go a
Well,
quarterback
Kurt
that
left. They didn't let him walk. They didn't let him go. He left. He intended to leave. He did the same thing with the
No, I
Redskins.
think they let him
Like,
go. I think they let him
no,
go.
and
no, they
I
didn't
think
let
they
him.
I
let him
understand
go.
that.
Nah, I think
This,
he left like he did the
no,
Redskins. I agree with Leo for that money, for
Nah,
that
Yeah,
bag,
yeah,
no,
we
for
got to
that
listen,
get some
bag.
picks
That
in
listen.
there.
nigga's
I'm
I,
gonna
money
I, I
find
hungry,
got
some.
bro.
I'm
that.
gonna find some
yeah,
media. We
I
might have to
got
get some
that.
picks
I got
in.
that. Regardless of no, what I'm saying is, regardless of the reason why he left, what I'm saying is that if I'm Minnesota, we're just talking about the front office. If I'm the front office, whether I know that he doesn't, whether I know he wants to get paid, right? Regardless of
yeah,
section, he wants to get paid. He got paid in Atlanta, so regardless of wanting to get paid, he got money from somebody. But if I'm
yeah.
Minnesota, I'm not getting a. This is coaching suicide to me, in my opinion, because I'm not getting a quarterback unless the owner is cool with me having a bad year, because I'm not letting go the quarterback that gives me a possible chance to go back to the playoffs, or just give myself a chance in the division for a rookie quarterback that I know is not going to play. Like I have to be almost
Well,
possibly looking for a tank season if this rookie
well,
doesn't play, because
it,
who's the backup? Who's the is Dobbs still the quarterback there?
no, Sam Donald. Sam Donald is actually the quarterback there right now. And JJ McCarthy was behind Sam Donald on the depth chart anyway. So more than likely, Sam Donald was going to start the season either which way.
Okay. So that
Yeah.
answers some of my
Yeah,
concerns.
so
All
when
right.
Kurt listen though, when Kurt left, I believe that's when they invested and got Sam Darnold, because I think Dobbs went and signed with somebody else right after the season. So I think that for
Yeah, because they still had
Minnesota.
Dobbs.
Yeah, for Minnesota, it was more like, all right, let's draft them. We need a quarterback that's going to be here. That's going to, whatever. Maybe they intended on getting one of the other quarterbacks, but that's just kind of who was left. And they knew, I'm in my opinion, it's no way that they shut him down right here and they didn't know. You know what I mean? Nobody knew. Like that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Somebody knew. The doctor, somebody knew. Especially if he's been tested
JJ knew.
several. But this
JJ
is my thing.
knew.
If he's been tested several times throughout this process, let's be real. You go get physicals for draft. You go get a physical for that. You go get physicals, and not just you get athletic physicals. You're not getting regular physicals. You're getting physicals that they give to athletes. So realistically, you got.
JJ was amongst the quarterbacks that didn't do it.
So he knew because he. That's what I was
But
about to say. But
that's what I said though. I blame the player because, and don't get me wrong, we in a day and time where he did the right thing. If I'm a parent, you did the
yeah,
right thing. If I'm Harbaugh, in a sense, I don't get a chance to pick you because I'm with a team that already has a quarterback. So I'm not going to invest in you at that moment right now in that sense. But at the same time, I can't pick you. I can't pick you going into a job where my job is not guaranteed. I got fired from this previous job when I was a head coach in the NFL. I can't invest picking you over Herbert, who's injured. So I can still pick you as a backup, but I only can pick you as a backup if you tell everybody what's going on with your knee. If you tell everybody what's going on with your knee, your stock is going to drop so much because your record and your heart and you getting them to that record is great. Nobody's going to take that away from you. But now the knee is going to be a concern that's going to drop your draft grade. And once you go down past the second round, as you can see, quarterbacks weren't that highly picked. You would have had to go somewhere that had the time for you to sit and recover and see what they got. And that's not always a guarantee in the league for you to be a starter later on. With Minnesota investing is because, hey, we just gave you 20 something million dollars, 30 something million dollars, 40 something million
But I
dollars.
do realize
And we don't have
Harbaugh
a
is the
choice.
coach in Minnesota. That's not Harbaugh. That's O'Donnell, Kevin O'Connell.
No, you do realize that I'm saying that Harbaugh was his coach in Michigan. I'm saying that Harbaugh knew that he had this injury from Michigan.
All right, yeah,
I'm saying that he didn't draft him as a
Think
backup
out
with the
there.
Chargers because Herbert is just coming back from injury. I'm saying that I don't pick him as a backup because you're going to go too high if no one knows about this injury. If you do drop, I can pick you because you have time to sit behind a Herbert. If Herbert gets injured, I know exactly what I got to go in. But if you don't tell anybody about this, you're not going to drop far enough for me to be able to get you. You know what I'm saying? And again, me just getting this job back after being out of the NFL so long, then guess what? I don't know if I'm going to take that risk when my job is on the line if I get this pick right. So let's say that he was able to pick JJ McCarthy. McCarthy tells him about the knee, and he gets surgery, and he's back before week 4. No, not even super torn or nothing like that. He's back by week 4. Herbert gets hurt, but he spent the first pick the Chargers got on McCarthy, and then they don't go to the playoffs, and they got the same record they had last year. Harbaugh's going to possibly get fired. Regardless of what you did in college and all of that, you can't Nick Saban it. You can't come out and have a failing show. And I know if my quarterback, whether you stood tall for me in college or not, and it's not saying that this knee injury is a career-ending injury. That's not what it is. But this is a not for long
I'm gonna just
league.
say this. I don't like the way you threw my man Saban under the bus, though. I'm just slide that.
Hey,
in
look, he didn't get done as bad. He didn't get done as bad as the coach that was in Carolina. The coach in Carolina didn't even get 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and he got sent home with $40 million. You know what? We don't like this. How about it? The experiment's over. Like you don't want. And then Harbaugh has a little bit of lineage because he used to be in the league and all of that. But teams today don't have time to lose. The pressure that we put on the Redskins, the Chargers don't have a quarterback like Herbert and have time for Mahomes to keep winning championships and y'all don't compete or at least be his nemesis in the division.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I understand. I understand the Saban hate, man. I understand that it is real. That's all.
Hey man, Saban's a great college coach.
Yes, amazing. The best. One of the best.
One of the best, definitely.
Yeah,
All
it's too
right.
many to say that.
Can
Yeah.
can we address the other elephant in the room? Now,
What whatever elephant.
we had a conversation. We had a conversation last week about Caleb Williams not starting. Was it alarming or was it not? Now, Caleb Williams Bears went out there and blew out their opponent. But Caleb Williams only had, I think Caleb Williams had, I think he didn't score, he didn't do no touchdown, but he produced 2 field goal kicking drives. Now, my question posed, is that alarming or is it not?
No, I mean he scored
When
6 points.
hold on. When Bo Nix, who was drafted way below him, went out there and lit it up.
No, Bo Nix got his man out there with him. What he playing
I'm
the
just
same
saying,
position.
I'm just saying, this is all I'm saying. Bo Nix was drafted where? What, 13, 14? He was drafted #1 overall. And you gonna produce me 6 points? No, I'm not all right with that.
Well, he had
And you didn't play in the first game neither. So nah, I'm not all right with that.
look, my thing is he played 2 drives. He scored on both drives. If you say that that's you can't give it anything lower than a C for real. I give
He had
field goal
six. He
drives a
had
B.
6 pass completions. My apologies, Leo. He had 6 pass completions for over 100 yards. You do understand that in 12 passes, he would have had almost 200 yards, if not more. You have to
Yeah,
look at
with
the
no
production
touchdown.
of what it.
I
And
mean,
that's fine. Guess what? Guess what you can do throughout the entire rest of the preseason before the season starts? Work on red zone offense or work
yeah,
on your team scoring without having to get stopped before you get in the end zone. Is it
and I
is
mean,
it glaring? Is it a problem? Yeah, you can say that, Big Son, but it's preseason. The same thing I said with our game. Some coaches' game plan isn't about winning more than seeing what I have. And
yeah,
6'4", 8, I believe 6'9" at worst for 106 yards, if I'm not mistaken, is a very good showing from your quarterback. Without Jaden Daniels running the ball, if he would have handed the ball off to Eckler, he would have led to a scoring drive, but he wouldn't have had a touchdown. Jaden Daniels is expected to be our top passer and our top passing candidate at quarterback that we've ever seen as a passer. His ability to run is what we're all going to be excited about, but his passing ability is what everyone is talking about and what we have to get from him in order to be a top elite quarterback. He didn't throw a touchdown. That's just as alarming if you say that Caleb Williams led to 2 scoring drives. Neither one of them threw touchdowns. If we're going to go with Bo Nix scoring and had an elite game, then all right, Bo Nix is looking to be the rookie of the year and the best quarterback in the entire universe. It's a preseason game. I think we're weighing way too much on an evaluation process. There's things that are going to happen. There's opponents that are going to be different. You're going to be against different matchups. Maybe the team that they were playing wasn't that good on, or maybe their corners suck like I did last week. You know what I'm saying? Like it's possible that these things happen, and this is what preseason is for. Is because the game would look terrible if we started the season week 1 right after OTAs and training camp. You know what I'm saying? So this is to knock the rust off. The rest is going to probably look like this for the first couple of weeks. I personally feel like it's going to be a under season, especially for teams with rookies and stuff like that, because again, veterans are veterans. Their coaches going against them. Not every team with a rookie has great coaches, and there are going to be teams put in situations where they're going to have to win those situations out. And I don't think a lot of these veterans are going to keep taking rookie quarterbacks, just making them all look silly.
yeah. No, but I will say this: the rookie quarterbacks, right? I really don't see but 3 of them starting, maybe. And so out of the 3 that's probably going to start, you really looking
4.
at you really looking at like Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. The other, because Drake May isn't going to
Drake
probably
May is going to
start.
start.
They said he's going to start because
Drake
they
May is
said it
likely
was.
to start.
I heard he wasn't starting. I heard Jacoby Brissett is starting actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Bo Nix is going to start. Jaden's gonna start. Caleb's gonna start.
Joe
Farther
Milton
down.
Jr. Joe Milton. Joe
Hey,
Milton.
Joe Milton look good, man.
Hold
Milton
on
might
though.
start.
Joe Milton look good,
Milton,
man.
Bo Nix
Milton
was
the
third
third
on the
might
depth
start.
chart when it came out.
No, you didn't see this game this weekend. Melton had a play, and we're gonna show it. Matter of fact, we'll show it after this game, but we gotta go through the film study. Let's start the film study.
Shout out to Joe Milton, man. That was one of my
Hey, man.
drag sleepers.
Yeah.
Me and Ro was watching him, man.
6'5", 240 pounds.
Oh, he's making
Crazy,
plays out there too. Joe Melton is making plays out there. Remember what I said I would do. If I wanted to, I would draft who? Marvin Harrison Jr., then go and get Joe Melton. Remember I said that?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
My bad. Got a call. God damn.
It would be essentially the return of Jonte Culpepper and Randy Moss.
Yep. Melton might be a little bit better than Culpepper, though. He might be a little bit better than what I saw is better than Culpepper. What I saw,
I ain't gonna hate on my man Culpepper. Culpepper was nice. He just had small hands.
But I'm gonna say this.
Melton might be something special. I ain't saying that.
I was saying that's what I was saying. Draft. I was saying draft Melton, and people was talking about I'm crazy and all that. I do like Jaden Daniels though. I have been impressed with what Jaden Daniels have done. I'm just saying that at the time,
Melton might end up being true, bro.
you know, Joe Cannon, man, Joe got a cannon, so I would have been okay. I would have been okay with
being the truth. Melton might end up being the truth. All right, y'all. So let's go through this film breakdown. We just gonna start with the kickoff. Give y'all a little bit of special teams. Let's start. Well, what y'all think about this new special team setup? You know, this new.
I think it's interesting. I like it. I've seen a couple teams actually do something with it. I think it was the Dolphins. The Dolphins broke that joint, almost scored, but it was interesting the way they did it. It was like they had two people back there, and then they had one man kind of crossed the other man, and the other man caught it, and he got shifty and took it all the way downfield to about the 10.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's
So
I mean, I think
I like it.
I definitely think it's gonna be pretty cool.
I definitely think it's gonna make more scoring plays for sure. Because once you break through that barrier, I mean, it's skywalking in. You know, you break through that barrier. That's what I saw when they broke through that barrier. I mean, he got caught at the 10, but man, he was gone for some yards.
Okay. All right, we got Jaden Daniels, man, coming up to the plate, man. Which I mean, he seems like he's in control. You know, 40 touchdown passes last year at LSU. You know, what on this first run, you see as they set trips to the right, Brian Robinson with the handoff up the middle, man. Looked like he had some space. What y'all think about that first run right there with Robinson up the middle, man? It just looked like he had, I don't know. It looked like he got his burst back to me after the shooting.
I like that. I like that run. I think that Brian Robinson is running with some authority. I think this is the most explosive we've seen him. Not since he's been here, but I would say that this is probably one of the most explosive, like straight out the gate, explosive plays that we've seen out of him. Just the burst looks like it's there.
That burst looks like it's there for sure. That burst look like it's there. I just want to see what the line.
I like the way he squared his shoulders up and everything when he came out the backfield and hit the hole with some aggression, some nastiness, some balance. You know, so I like that too. I'm all for that any time of day. You know.
So Scott seems like he started at left tackle. I want to just see on this running play how this offensive line fared against the Jets defensive line. All right, everybody got their block. They got a nice little seal wall here. Nobody getting through. Man on the other side, fullback come over here. It's a nice little seal. Nobody touched them. Nobody's in within the range. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice little seal, man. Nice little seal. That started with the blocking. I get that play to the offensive line. Look, he's still 3 yards up the field. Nobody touched him yet. 4 yards, nobody touched him. 5. Now they finally get a hand on him. That's good blocking. Good blocking. Who do you run behind? Who's on that side? Cosme? That's Cosme's side?
Nah, Cosme didn't play.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of their starters didn't play at all.
Okay. So you got Jaden Daniels. This is just a 4 wide receiver set. Man in the backfield. The Jets are in a look like a nickel. Looks like the Jets are in the nickel. They're not showing man. They're showing like some sort of zone. Arthur Eckler in the backfield. All right, Jaden Daniels back to pass, looks to the right, and then throws it to the left. I mean, it wasn't nobody in his face, big son. Contrary to what you believed before, look at that. He got a clean pocket.
A guy coming around the right in his face.
Nah,
I guess he tried to hop up over him and throw it. That's a big dude.
He ain't in his face, bro. That's a clean pocket.
Nah, he's in his lane to pass. He ain't got to be in his face. He's in his lane.
This guy right here got beat. Whoever this guy is. Is that Scott? No, Scott is over here. He got beat. He don't got nobody blocking. He ain't blocking nobody.
That looked like Alec Reddy.
Yeah, he got beat. His man is over here running towards Daniels. Yes, he is got a clear. You right. He do got a clear.
I don't know if that. No, that's by design. Because if you look at that's the wall right there. So that's by design. He didn't get beat.
How do we know? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
It looked like
he got beat, son.
Yeah,
He got beat. He got beat.
See what he do after that.
He got beat.
See what he does after that. It's like a chip block. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, he turns around. Yeah, he's not chasing him.
Yeah.
You right.
That guy, yeah, he's set up for the block. Yeah.
Well, Jaden
Set up for that screen play.
Jaden Daniels has a clean pocket. Would y'all consider this a clean pocket?
Clean enough to throw that pass. That's a dump off right there. That ain't that hard to throw. I don't think.
Yeah, and he overthrew it.
I mean, I was mad at the time because that was his first throw. But
let me ask y'all: will Jaden Daniels' short pass accuracy be a questionable problem this year?
Probably not. I wouldn't imagine it would be.
That was an easy throw. That was a pretty easy throw. Let's get who's that? Big Son, Vito. Get Vito back in. I think that's Vito. Big Son. That was an easy throw.
Yeah, that was an easy throw. But at the same time, like I said, he could have had some jitters. It was the first pass. Yes, you do want him to be more accurate than that. He has to work on that. There's nothing wrong with having something to work on.
Yeah.
First pass of the game, though.
That's true. It's first pass of the game. I agree.
First pass in the NFL ever.
I agree.
Not just the first pass of the game. That's his first pass ever.
I agree.
Yeah, live game action. That's what I said. It was jitters. That's what I said during the game.
This drove you into a 3rd and 6 from it looks like from your own 34-yard line. Yeah, I mean it was a guy in front of him, but still, I would like the chip to be a little bit better. Y'all said it was a chip. I can agree with that, but it was
a chip, and Jaden, that guy was in his line of fire, but
whoever that right tackle is, he got kind of beat, and he was supposed to be able to hold down the left guard. Let the person go. It's a chip, but that right tackle, you got to push that person back a little bit.
Oh, it looked like Cosme played. That was Cosme out there, number 76. He played.
Yeah, he played. Yep, he right there. Cosme right there.
Hey, Cosme out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him, number 76.
All right, so this was the 3rd and 6 after the Jaden Daniels incomplete pass overthrow. So they started. I like this on 3rd and 6. You got empty backfield, right? I like that, actually, to be honest with y'all. I like that. I think it puts more pressure on the defense. However, you got to be able to protect. And Jaden Daniels got to be quick with his release and make his reads quick. It looks like They are in, I would say, cover 2. That would be my read if I was the quarterback. Man on man cover 2. You know what I'm saying? It looks like. And so Jaden Daniels comes to the line. Does he make an adjustment? It looks like he said something. Yeah, he made an adjustment.
Made the adjustment.
Yeah, it looks like he made an adjustment.
He checked out of the first play we had.
Oh shit. Stuff. Excuse me. I ain't trying to do too much online. Yeah. It looks like an adjustment was made. Then he comes, resets, see what they got going on. Boom. Extremely confident. Back to pass.
That was a 5-wide set too.
Kind of in his face right here, though. It was a man in his face a little bit here. That's
Yeah.
He stepped up though.
Yeah.
He did the right thing. Sidestepped him, stepped up. Let that ball go.
Pocket press.
Brown with the catch down the
put it in
field.
the pocket. I mean, he put it in the pocket. He put it in the pocket right there. The only ball placement was one of the biggest things that they were saying about Jaden Daniels that they loved. His ball placement was amazing. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. It was amazing.
That's what I was. Ro was having a conversation earlier about the deep ball.
Though. Because if y'all can see this, his arm is
all passing the front.
I'm gonna zoom in, see if I can get a zoom on it. No.
Yeah, I called that during the game.
That's pass interference, man. Look at this. His hand is on the shoulder now, but let's see it. Look. Right here. Look at his hand. He's pulling his jersey. Look at him. Oh my goodness. The Army still caught it. Woo! Yeah, that was pass interference. He had his shoulder the whole time. That was slick, man. That was to me a ice cold play by Jaden Daniels because it was a 3rd and 6. You know what I mean? Not only was it was a big throw on 3rd and 6. It was highly accurate, man. What y'all think about that play? Gotta. Let me stop that right quick. See what y'all got on that. What y'all got on the 42-yarder to Dyami Brown?
Very focused, very intentional, and you could tell that they work on that play together. That pass, the accuracy, the timing, the way it got there, the way he caught it, they work on that play for sure. Ain't no doubt in my mind.
I just feel like ball placement was perfect. I feel like, of course, Dyami Brown needs the opportunities to stay on the team.
Hold up. Vito said let him back in. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like Dyami Brown needs the opportunities to stay on the team. And so I know that Jaden Daniels trusts Dyami Brown, which I think he's done a lot of work with. Probably more work with Dyami Brown than most of the other receivers because he's been on team 1 and team 2. So I really think that that's something that they have a good connection. And I think you could see that early in the preseason where he trusts him to say, all right, we're going to check out of this and we're going to do this and I can put it where you can get it. So, an amazing catch. I'm not going to just act like that catch wasn't like top tier. That's a top tier catch right there.
Yes, I totally agree. Ball placement was use it. I mean, for it to be, I mean, you can't ask for it as a receiver for it to be.
So okay, cool. So let me ask y'all this then. Let's get this thing a little spicy. Was it a better catch or a better throw? Who was really responsible for that there? Better catch or better throw? What y'all got?
I got 50-50. I'm not going to say it's a better catch or a better throw. I think both of them performed at a high level right there. So I'm not going to say either one. I'm not even going to get caught up in that. It's a 50-50 to me. You can make that throw, but if that person don't make that catch, it don't look as good as a throw. You can make that catch. I mean, you can't make that catch unless that throw is on point.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's just to me.
So everybody got 50-50? Oh yeah, I don't have 50-50. I think it was
Me personally, I like that ball that Jay threw.
see,
Me
okay.
No,
personally, that was a heck of
I
a
think
ball
I
and
think with the
positioning.
figure, I think with pass interference happening and it not being called, it's a great adjustment to the ball by De'Ami Brown. But I also
Yeah,
do think that the ball placement, the defender couldn't do anything about it. The defender couldn't do
no,
anything on that
nope,
play. So ball placement is still a big deal on De'Ami being able to make the adjustment at the last second to
yeah,
be able to make that catch. Is the catch more impressive than the pass? Depends on if you're a receiver or a quarterback. But as a
yeah,
quarterback or just as a fan, period, that was a really really good pass.
yeah.
I think it was a better catch because he had a man draped all over him. Like the
I
guy
mean,
was, it was
hey, look,
passing interference. So
Dan
that's why.
Marino was famous. Dan Marino was famous for making guys look good because of the perfect pass. So that's why I'm giving it 50-50 because, again, ball placement is very important in the league. It's something that Terry McLaurin talked about in his interview prior to us getting an actual game, and just seeing some of the things that guys rave about be something that was able to, take place right after a bad throw was even more impressive.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. Oh no, it was guts because it was a what was it, 3rd and 6? I mean, it was a lot of guts, lot of gusto with that play. The play call was gutty. So I give an A+ right there on the play call, on the play itself. I mean, everything about that was just juice. You know, everything
I
about
mean,
that was juice.
he checked out of it, right? He checked out of the first call, which is very impressive. Checking out of that first call, having the confidence to throw the pass, but he looks over to the sideline after and smiles at Cliff Kingsbury and Dan Quinn, as to say that I know that I shouldn't have done that, but I did it anyway, and look how it turned out. So,
I
a
don't know.
little
I
bit of
think they
context
called it
behind
like
that
that.
play,
I think they called it like that. I
huh?
think that's where he was
I mean,
supposed to go.
even think about the idea that so many years on the cast we've screamed and yelled at the screen that we don't have a quarterback that can change out of a play, or if you see
Yes,
something, why don't you
yes,
say something
yes,
about it? Like, to
yes.
see that game one, just and
Beautiful.
not even season game one, just preseason game one. And
Yes,
yes, maybe this is the time to do something gutsy like that because it's preseason, and maybe in a game this might not be the situation to do it. But hey, guys, I've been practicing for this. Let me show you guys what I can do. And I
yeah,
just made a really bad mistake on a really open dump off that would have probably got us the first down. So I kind of put our team in this situation. This is a situation where I'm not trying to be the hero, but at the same time, I do need to give us a spark. I do need to add to, what I'm saying, offense. This is a bad drive if we don't get anything from this. And that turned from a almost 3-and-out to a possible, a touchdown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so let's move right along. Next play, baby. Move right along. All right, you got them set up. Jay now is under center. One single back. Don't have a fullback back here. You got this single back set. It looks like a trips bunch over here to the left hand side. You got who's this? Terry McLaurin by himself over here. All right, which is a pitch out to the strong side. You have a pulling man. You got a pulling guard. Everybody seemed to be on their block. Nobody has gotten beat out here yet. So it looks like it's good as it flows through. You got this guy. Who's this? Terry. Terry don't know who to block. This guy's falling. Um, he's trying to get, I guess, the angle. You got this guy has 2 men on him. It's a good play design. Looks like okay. Brian Robinson up the field. He has 2 yards. He gets about 5 on that. It's a good play. It's a good play. Good play. How do y'all think with Robinson? What is your projection with Robinson after seeing him in his first game here? What is what y'all got on Brian Robinson?
man, you can't really do a projection off of this game.
Why can't you
I would
do an
say
early projection? Give us something early. Give us a ballpark figure.
about 800 yards.
What y'all got on
Um,
that?
Yeah, with Eckler being on the field, I think it will be around 750, 850, something like that. And Jane
Yeah, that's
Daniels
what I said.
getting runs as well. You got to spread the love, of course. I mean, that's a lot of love to spread around. But I think I think Leo is right in that assessment because Jaden is definitely going to run the ball.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Jaden's
that's
going
going
to
to
run
take
the
some
ball.
yards away from him and Eckler. So
Eckler is going to run the ball, and then whoever our third running back is going to be able to come in on certain games to do certain things when one of the players is banged up. So theoretically, I'm saying that 800 seems like a pretty decent 55 yards a game, maybe like a little bit over like 850, maybe, something like that.
I got him going for about 1,200. I think that this I think this team is going to be predicated on running the ball. Um, deep passes and running the ball. Sort of almost what Joe Gibbs did. So I can see him getting 1,200 yards easy, or
I
definitely
mean,
over
does
a
he have the
thousand.
capabilities to go for 12? I think so, but just maybe I don't know what Eckler's going to do. That's why I said off of this one game, I don't know because maybe we do have a good running game, but maybe we have a awesome passing game. You know what I'm saying?
But I got Eckler being used sparingly in certain moments when you need a play on third downs, on this or that, or in the red zone, stuff like that. But that's why I say I think I got Robinson getting the bulk work and the power work.
I don't know if
Well,
he's going to get the
from
ball first.
Kingsbury's offense, if you think about like a David Johnson, the offense that you get from Kingsbury, if you have Brian Robinson being able to catch the ball out the backfield and being able to run just as effective as the plays that you use with Eckler, then he'll get more chances to run the ball. I do think that Brian Robinson has a possibility of averaging a high 4 to 5 yards a carry in this offense with the threat that Daniels can pull it down and run. But I do think early on in the offense, I think that in order to keep Jaden Daniels from getting hit while you see what teams are able to do, I think you use Eckler so that just in case, one, because he's a really good pass blocker, not that Brian Robinson isn't, but the being able to identify whether he's to stay in to block or being able to go out to pass, and if there's pressure, running screen plays and things like that, I think there'll just be more of an option to have Eckler in the game earlier in the season until you need those running yards. When you need the running yards, if Brian Robinson is getting off and getting those yards, I think he'll get a lot more playing time during those particular times.
But I
Yeah,
think it's also because we're gonna be playing from ahead. And I think if they can be creative, then I think Brian Robinson will be really hard to stop. He has a good burst. The burst
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
had originally, I think I
it's
see
back.
that he's gonna
It's
be
back.
hard to stop.
It's back. Yes.
Yeah.
And like I said, don't sleep. Eckler is very sneaky on being a rusher. No, he's not a 300 carry guy a year, but that's because he's used in a variety of ways. I also think that I found it very interesting going back and listening to his interview. If we all go back and look at how Le'Veon Bell was used with Pittsburgh, the overuse of a running back can require a lot of money, one, and the running back position doesn't get respected in a way where they have longevity. I think that his response is actually smart for a player that wants to play in the league for more than one season or more than 2 seasons with a team. Again, you have the Bijan Robinsons, the Jonathan Taylors that are elite because they're young, and not that they aren't really good running backs, but they're given that elite title because they're young. Saquon may be and Derrick Henry may be against substitutes to that situation as far as them being veterans and still being elite, but running backs again tend to die out. And I think Eckler's answer was really fitting for an offense that seems to feature him in a variety of ways where he doesn't have to take the wear and tear of being an every down back when there's someone that can help me out. And it's also a chance to get Brian Robinson a more established role with the team without breaking the bank, where both of those guys can get paid, or players just like that can get paid as a duo rather than looking for one money and having more longevity in the league.
I agree with that. I
yeah,
agree with that. All right,
yeah.
we'll go to the second and 5. From the Washington 20-yard line. This is them in the red zone now. It looks like they got a double tight end set. This does look like a fullback-ish sort of guy back here. And
Yeah, I
then you
like
have
the pistol
the
set.
H back. It's like, what is this? Like the pistol? This ain't really, this is a little bit longer than the pistol.
I like the pistol set with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, so this, I mean, it's sort of like a variation. He's kind of,
RG3?
yeah, he's a variation of the pistol. It looks like.
Yeah, it's the pistol for sure.
Yeah, pistol is a little bit shorter though. I think you'd be closer to the quarterback.
Nah, the pistol right there. And you got a deep back.
Right there.
That might be a little bit of the wild horse. Y'all remember the wild horse back in the day?
Yeah, that might be wild. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it's too close. The pistol is a little bit closer to the center.
Yeah, the fullback would have been lined on the line with Jaden. And that was a pistol. That looked like the wild horse. They done brought that back. Y'all know how old that joint is, the wild horse?
Yeah,
I think
like,
the Broncos used to run that jump back in the day.
yeah, I like it. I like it. So Daniels out of the wild horse.
Oh yeah, that's the wild horse because the fullback went down in like full lineman position. Yeah, that's the wild horse.
Yeah.
The pistol, you don't get down like that.
So when you look at the freeze frame again, the blocking is good. The blocking is very good out of this first unit. Wide receivers line, nobody's breaking free. This guy up here is falling, but he got the block though. But another time, Brian Robinson, okay. Twist, they get the first down. That's what an 8-yard gain, 7-yard gain. It's a good run.
Yeah, I think that's where the lineman pushed him as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, good run.
That's a good way to finish.
That's a good run. Bates, what y'all think about Bates? Now on this next one, let me go through the next one, then y'all could give your thoughts on Bates. You got looks like double tight end set with double receivers to the right hand side of Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is in the shotgun, and I believe this is Austin Eckler with them. This is a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line here. The Jets look like they're set up in a, what is this, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men up front, it looks like.
That look like a nickel.
Nickel. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is their front 4. These are their linebackers right here. This is a linebacker. I believe it's a linebacker. You got double safeties. Corner. So this is just a regular 3-4. Looks like it's just a regular 3-4. That's what it looks like. Unless it's a nickel, it could be a nickel if this guy is a safety or this guy's a defensive back. So this is a nickel set. This guy's, he's checking him. This guy's a defensive back. He's checking him. So this is a nickel set. So they're in the nickel, and the Redskins are in some sort of weirdo.
It's a shotgun set.
Shotgun package.
Yeah, it's a double tight end shotgun package with twin wide receivers.
Okay, I like the call.
Terry McLaurin.
Okay, that was the Terry McLaurin play. Okay, so on that, I like that. You set up, you put everybody to the other side. I'm gonna tell you, there's a couple unique things that was cool with that. Knowing the plays they ran, we'll let that last one run through and wait till they set up. It was a nice play call. Even though I feel like McLaurin botched it, I feel like the play call was good. See, look, with them going to the other side, they have the running back here and the tight end here. So essentially, and then they got a wide receiver in the slot here. So essentially, they set up to where it looks like it's flowing one way. You got him, or he should end up on the island, especially if this guy's playing a little inside, which he is. He should end up on the island somewhere if that is properly executed. It's a great play call. It just wasn't executed. See, look, oh my God, look at when you look at this, look from the freeze frame. Look at all the room he got, young. And he has a blocker. All the room he got with a blocker.
Wait
the
till he get the
blocker got
ball in his
stood up.
hands,
The
man.
blocker got stood up. That was the only thing I said. I felt like the blocker didn't run through the defender. I think he waited to engage, and that didn't, not that that's a bad thing, but by him doing that, I think that McLaurin was trying to get to the outside. And I do think McLaurin botched it. I do totally agree watching it back a couple of times, but I think that he may have expected the blocker to get further upfield, maybe not
Upfield,
outside
yeah.
field.
Yeah. If this is, I mean, come on, look at all that real estate.
Yes.
And they got look at
Go
this
ahead,
is a
continue
great
to
play.
play, man, so we can see how it developed. All right, so he got the ball in his hands right now.
Yeah, that blocker got pushed back like 2 yards.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Dotson. That's Dotson.
Yeah, so our thing is that at that point, what do? You try to get outside?
I go hard inside, but you got to get some burst on you at that point. You got to use your acceleration to push inside. If it's me, because
Go back. So what I was talking about during the game was that when we was looking at it right after the game, if you look at where Dotson starts off the play, if I'm McLaurin, if I just peek over before I catch the ball or right after I catch the ball, I'm assuming that I could run literally outside and go upfield because Dotson should be and maybe that's why they are interviewing to see if Martavius Bryant can come in because of what you see, Ro, about having that bigger second receiver. Not that Dotson can't receive the ball on receiving plays, but in a screen situation, you're not really beating too many cornerbacks today. Like you're not out physically in corners. You know what I'm saying? Maybe McLaurin should have been the one to block right there because he did a really good job blocking for Samuels last year as well. But at the same time, the idea of this offense is to get your playmaker the football. So Dotson has to do a better job of that block only because I feel like he got blocked back into the trajectory of where McLaurin was trying to go.
I agree. Because I mean, the fake sucked in the defense. Look, watch the linebackers. Oh my goodness, look at the linebackers. They scared of Robinson. Look at them linebackers. Look, oh my goodness, it's so much real estate. You can't. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Vito. You're right. It was Dotson. It was McLaurin too a little bit, but it was Dotson.
And like how far the ball goes out. When the ball is thrown, it's kind of driving them way out. That play, they have to shorten that play up a little bit. Like when they ran it earlier, when they ran it to I think it's later. When they run it to Kashmir Island, it looks a lot different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess they noticed what was going on and cleaned it up.
I mean, you might got different variations of it as well.
But when you freeze frame it here, that should be an easy walk-in, easy executed play. So the way, especially here again, you got a lot of real estate, one blind with a blocker in front of you. So I would have liked to see that play executed a little bit more cleaner. That's like a what's the grade on that one? See, first bad grade. What's the grade on that? I say a D.
I think it's a C because of the play call, though. The play call is good.
Play call was great.
Play call was great, and I gotta add that a part of the grade.
Play call.
I think me and Leo talked about this during the broadcast of the game. That Kingsbury did a really great job switching up the formations. There were a lot of different looks that they presented in that first drive that were really interesting.
Yeah. I love what he did in that first drive, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, I was like, you get nervous, especially with a new coordinator. So me looking at what Kingsbury did in this first drive, I was very impressed.
Yeah. All right. On this one, he got like I guess they got a double wide receiver. Oh, they flipped the play. This the same formation that they just did before on the McLaurin play. Yeah. Same formation is flipped. It's flipped.
Okay.
Same formation flipped. Okay, now let's see what they do. Oh, no, it's not because you got this guy a little bit further. Was it? Oh, yeah, he was on the other side. Yep, same formation, just flipped.
No, it's a little different.
Oh, with this guy right here.
Yeah, it's a little different. Different.
Yeah. Okay, that is the handoff. That's for them to get some help inside. Again, all the blockers. Oh, but look at him. They think he's setting up like it's the screen. If you
fade
notice,
route.
I like it. No, they setting it up like it's the screen. Look at how they're acting like it's the screen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When really it's the run inside. Remember, they faked it on the play action at first.
Yeah.
On that McLaurin screen. Now they're actually handing it off, but they're still doing the motion as if it's the screen. So that can easily be. You see, well, look at Terry McLaurin, what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? And so that's who was that up the middle?
That was Dotson. That was Dotson who played as if he was McLaurin that time. McLaurin played as if he was him.
Oh, yeah, because they flipped the play.
Yeah.
All right. That was a handoff to Robinson up the middle. For I think he got 4 on that play, which gave you a 3rd and 3 from, I know it's inside the 10. Yeah, so you got a 3rd and 3 from the 6-yard line. Okay, so on this one, it's set up sort of the same formation, though. That was the same formation as before, just a little tad bit different. He was a little further inside. This guy now he's where he is, but this is the same formation, just flipped on the other side. Okay, 3rd and 3, hand it off. Eckler up the middle. Yeah, Eckler, man, that was a tough run.
For the first down on the 3rd down. On the 3rd down.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I think that with Cliff Kingsbury using the same formations is freezing the defense because they don't know what's coming because it's the same formation almost.
Well, he wanted.
Y'all already know. I believe
he gonna keep it vanilla for the. He gonna keep it real vanilla for preseason.
You think so?
You don't want to give away too much.
I don't know. I think that's the strategy. You use the same formation, and people don't know what's going to happen.
And it's a good daggone strategy too.
Yeah,
you know that's gonna keep them guessing every play. That's when they never can key in on you. And what you got going on?
This was all Eckler. That first down was all Eckler on that 3rd and 3. They handed it off. That was big boy stuff. That was all Eckler. Yeah, that definitely was all Eckler.
Yeah, Eckler a dog though, you know. He's for sure a dog.
Yeah. So you on this one, you had a this showing Robert Saleh. Let's see what you got. Yes, indeed. Y'all listening to the Nation Sports Podcast. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button.
Like and comment as well.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I see the platforms right there. Instagram, baby. YouTube, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter.
Bring y'all this Redskins Jets film watch. Try to really see what is it they did in this first game that was either good, bad, or ugly. We're going to break it down to y'all. Got another preseason game coming up as well. So y'all make sure y'all keep it locked here to get all your information, real information, unfiltered information about your sports. So I guess they doing a measurement to find out if he got it. I mean, he ripped through a couple guys. I'm just saying.
I mean, Stevie Wonder can see that. He got that first down.
Yeah. Now you on this one, you have a. It looks like you got wide receivers on the outside. You have one tight end. You do have a fullback. We've played a lot of these with a fullback like member out there. So I mean, I'm excited to see what they do with that because I don't think that is just by happenstance.
I'm excited to see what the formations he's gonna be running with Benson. Not that boy looked great out there.
Right. So he hands
That's
it
what I
off.
really can't wait to see.
Yeah, he hands it off up the middle. Brian Robinson didn't get any push from that offensive line.
They were expecting to run on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you look at it, I mean, hat on hat, man. Hat on hat. One. He beat one guy. I think the running backs got to kind of just slow down and pick their way through. He ran into him. I put that one on Brian Robinson a little bit. Because he had the block. He was engaged.
No, that guy just beat his man at the line at the point of contact.
Yeah, at the point of attack, he did get him. However, he hung in there, I believe, enough for Brian Robinson to be able to get in that end zone.
I don't like the new way they measure. That digital stuff. Let me see real field.
Right.
Don't be measuring it like that because y'all can put it anywhere.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, back at it in the shotgun. Okay.
Now this was the touch. This was the it was a second and goal. This was a what? What was it? A false
That was
start?
a flag.
Yeah,
False
false start. False start.
I think that was on Bates. That was on Bates.
Gotta be disciplined, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta be disciplined.
Yeah, they was about to run it again. See, they was ready for that run too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was 67, not 87, 67.
Yeah. 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 You know. So we got him in a widespread formation with one running back in the backfield. Jaden Daniels in his first drive ever hands it off to Eckler up the middle. That was a good run, man. Good quality run on second down, knowing that on third down, now that gives you an opportunity to where you're not facing third and long.
And that looked like that was Chris Paul out there, number 75, getting some work in. He had ass out there.
You know, I mean, you gotta just, that was a big play. That was a big play. That was a big play. Oh, it's a big play. Got some. Okay, there we go. Oh, this was the second goal. Let's go to the third and goal. Jaden Daniels. This was third and goal. That was a big play for Eckler, though. And that put them in the range to still have the run as an option on Eckler's side.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, man.
Oh, so they skipped. Oh, they just showed the replay of it. Yeah, it was a little interruption right there on the streaming. Okay. But I like the way they show it from this angle, though, because you really see how he made people vamp down and his speed, the way he turned his body. The guy wasn't even watching when he was pursuing him. He was just trying to catch him because he was so fast.
Deadly.
He ran right into his man. He probably would have grabbed Jaden had he not ran into his man.
Yeah, that was deadly. That was deadly.
But that speed made him fumble a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, we all know about that speed, how that speed can make you fumble a little bit.
Yeah.
The way what's that boy name? He did us last season. We're gonna play him this weekend, Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah.
That speed boy get you every time.
Yeah, dude. It do, and we got a quarterback who can run with the best of them.
Mm.
So
11
yeah,
plays, 70 yards, 6 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock. That's a good drive.
absolutely. So what we're gonna do is I want to get a chance to listen to what the commentators say about this team and see, just give it maybe this drive on the defensive side and see what they saying. Because I know a lot of y'all always come back to us and say the commentator said this, commentator said that. So let's see what they got going on right now and how they view this team.
Offense for New York. Talked to him about making the decision, said had a relationship with Joe Douglas going back to the Baltimore days, GM of the Jets. And also, he didn't have to move because he had played for the Giants the last couple of years. So an added bonus there for Taylor.
Yeah, it really is. Cool, calm, collective, ultra smart, 14 years, multiple teams, multiple offenses. Just brings a lot to the table.
On a pitch, Braylon Allen, rookie from Wisconsin. They're really high on Allen and the skills that he brings.
If you go back and look, that's a false start.
Allen, 4th-round pick.
The false start
will dish out.
They were calling a lot of calls out there.
His physical profile, 6'1", 235.
Yeah, you talk about the first one?
Yeah, that last run play.
Oh, no. Did you want to? You said you wanted to go back and look at it?
Yeah, I thought it was a false start on that play.
Oh, on this one just now.
As a defender, you better go below.
3rd-round draft pick.
This one that back.
And here comes Tyrod Taylor to lead the offense for New York. Talked to him about making the decision, said had a relationship with Joe Douglas going back to the Baltimore days, GM of the Jets. And also, he didn't have to move because he had played for the Giants the last couple of years. So an added bonus there for Taylor.
Yeah, it really is. Cool, calm, collective, ultra smart, 14 years, multiple teams, multiple offenses. Just brings a lot to the table.
Let's see.
Bonus there for Taylor.
Yeah, it really is. Cool, calm, collective, ultra smart, 14 years, multiple teams, multiple offenses. Just brings a lot.
It was all sides, I'll tell you that. The wide receiver lined up on the left side on the inside, his foot is all sides.
Yeah.
To the table.
But it wasn't a false start though. I'm just a little far away.
It was offside though. It was a called miss.
Pitch, Braylon Allen, rookie from Wisconsin. They're really
he ain't get that much. He ain't caused that much of an advantage. That was a good one though.
Yeah, it was.
But that this was my biggest glaring issue of the day was
because of his physical profile, 6'1", 235.
Yeah, as a defender, you better go below the thigh area because that guy's going to run you over. You saw in that first run, super top heavy, right? Because he is falling forward. I don't know if he took many behind the offensive line stops last in his career with Wisconsin. This kid's going to be special.
Breaking up, Vito.
Jump. Washington claiming that they were coaxed offsides.
I ain't say nothing.
It was Cleveland Farrell, the 6-year veteran. Jets.
Offense number 74, 5-yard penalty.
The guilty.
Wow, if you saw that, how you didn't see the one before?
Rookie out of Penn State, 1st-round pick.
Right.
Athletic swing tackle. The hope is he doesn't have to start this year.
Right.
They want him to learn under Tyron Smith. Pretty good guy to learn from.
Yeah, no, and he's amped up. Obviously, he wants to come out here and make a good showing, but they're really impressed at what his growth has been since he's entered camp.
2nd down and 9. Taylor. He'll try the deep ball. The adjustment. And Brownlee could not haul it in. 2nd year at a Southern Miss. Very wiry.
Who was that guarding him?
Wide receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah, nice job.
That was 4.
Obviously, last season, really nice tracking the football. A lot of contact.
Ready to turn your head around and get your hands up for a good play.
Really nice blitz pickup.
You need to try that on the fade.
Allen as well. So again, getting a little bit of a full gamut as a running back today to show off his skills. But nice opportunity.
I mean, that's graded.
And he was on top of the route.
What y'all graded that?
He wasn't behind the receiver at all.
Let's take another peek at that. Let's take another peek at that one. Let's take another peek at that.
Let's take another peek at that. Was that good defense or a bad throw?
Let's take another peek at this. Okay, first it starts out. Let me go back a little bit. 625. Okay, the thing is, first, was that it? No, it's Tyrod Taylor. No, is that after that? That's after that play, right? It's the De'Ami Brown play. I mean, why I say De'Ami Brown? Forbes.
No, it's
I
still
say
Tyrod.
yeah.
Yeah, that was right after they showed all of that, you know. Okay, Forbes locked up at press man. Oh, that's the play before. All right, it's about to come up after this.
Yeah. That's the fourth for Fashanu.
That's the rookie, right? That was one of the guys we said we would have on the mob.
Yeah. All right. So now you got
he locked up in press man.
Press man.
He
Yeah.
press man.
You see these guys give him some cushion over here. They might be in zone over here. They got him in press man. Right here, you got good Jets defense. I mean, good Jets pressure. As far as stopping the pressure, sorry. Tyrod Taylor had somewhat of a clean pocket. He hit as he was throwing it. But look at Forbes. Look at the positioning. Perfect positioning.
Head back, arm out, break up the pass. Great play, Forbes.
Yeah.
Now, my question again, guys. Great pass or better defense? I mean, bad pass or better defense?
I think it was good defense.
Defense.
Where his position was at, it was impossible for the guy to get it.
I mean, you could have had a perfect pass, but let's say if it's a normal pass, that's what you call good defense.
Yeah, I say good defense too. Good goddamn defense from Forbes on that play.
Right. All right.
And that's a bigger guy too. That guy's out like, big dude.
Yeah. Definitely. That was a great play by Forbes. I mean, I know he's getting dragged right now too. Deservedly so, but that was a good one.
Oh man, look at it. Oh, and put the hand on him. Look back.
I mean, he had some good plays in there. He did. He definitely had some good plays in there, even before he got toasted up.
Yeah. I agree.
And I mean, even though that was the only one that I seen him get toasted up, it was 4 TDs, so it's pretty bad. Okay, he's backing up now. I don't like him backing up. I like him tight down. Turn a wrench on him. Okay, so having him back made Tyrod run, but Tyrod broke him, got that first down. Okay, who was that over there? That looked like St. Juice.
Yeah.
Able to dump it down to a back and get a big play, but that'll be coming back here with the hole.
So a short meeting.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
No, that was an offense. That helped the defense too, though.
So
That helped the
Newman,
defense big
as
time.
Taylor was buying time, and the drift started for the offensive lineman.
That helped the defense big time. That gave the third and
So
5
back
nine
up
to
to
the
the
34.
34. Jets are
And
now
then you had
staring
the
at
other one, the
third and
outside
14. Taylor, quick hitter underneath. It's Corley. He tried to double back the other way. Washington sniffed it out.
So now let me ask y'all: was that good defense, or was that the Jets just shooting themselves in the foot? with all the penalties?
Utilize
I
speed.
think it was good defense at the end of the day. That's Corley, the yak guard.
Good job at
And
the
they wrapped him up and got him down and didn't let him get out of control. If you let him get out of control, he's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
That's what you've been showing.
I think that was good defense.
And again,
That was good defense because they pressured, but they forced it inside instead of being able
Thomas
to take
Morstead, who had the most punts in the
And it
NFL
started
last
with
year.
Forbes,
99 is
surprisingly.
not a category you want to lead the league in. Zacchaeus is the deep man.
Okay,
And he holds it in
Zacchaeus
at the
with the catch
11-yard
on
line.
the
A flag
return.
was thrown just as Zacchaeus
I think he
handled
should have
it.
ran though. I think that was a premature fair catch.
So
If you ask
penalty
me, I think
markers
he had
down
some
at the
space.
27.
Hmm.
56 yards on the kick. As mentioned,
I don't know. I think he did the right thing.
the umpire to step in as the referee.
The coaches that are most nervous,
He had to run to the ball. He didn't know where the defender was going to be. He had to keep his eyes on the ball. I think it was a smart
They
play.
just want to get out of this thing clean. Anything is a positive, but just doing it the right way is what they'll take out of preseason.
Cruz having a chat with Dan Quinn. Meanwhile,
Holding. Kicking team number 19. The 10-yard penalties enforced from the end of the play. It's first down, Washington. Timeout on the field.
Brant Boyer was getting the
What is number 19?
team's coach on the other side. Irvin Charles, the guilty party. Washington will have the football. Is sponsored by your local Ford stores. For current offers, visit buyfordnow.com. Citizens, made ready. And by.
Well, I don't hear all the hype that they claim that the commentators nationally have been giving us and the commentators of the game. So, I mean, we still underdogs in my opinion. I like to just hear them.
This was CBS. This is a CBS broadcast.
That's true.
Marcus Mariota. He's played with Tennessee.
Yes, their broadcast is always rather boring to me.
This is the F drive to me.
Yeah, this is Marcus Mariota behind
Oh,
us.
Lord.
He has double to the right, another man to the left. Shotgun formation.
First down, Commanders. Mariota from the gun.
Oh my
Tried a
goodness.
delayed handoff, and that was not a good decision.
It was a delayed
Why?
handoff.
Why?
From Hector.
What was the call? It was a delayed handoff.
That's a nice
Yeah, it was supposed to be a delayed handoff. I don't like the call.
Okay, what went wrong? Okay, these guys are blocking. Where was he didn't hand the ball off?
He's about to right here.
That developed way
Too late. Too late.
Hey, you want to catch the eyes?
That was a bad play call.
Very disappointing looking back at that as a replay. I ain't even see that replay. That was disappointing. You're a veteran and not knowing how to do the play is crazy.
Yeah. That was, I mean, way off.
You know better than that. Your gray hair says so.
Like he supposed to be doing it now. Look, he took two.
Right there. Way too long.
Oh no. Okay, so he went. I don't know. Maybe he got a brain freeze or something. He goes into a drop step, like he's about to, like he's dropping back the pass, and then tries to do the joint, and then gets sacked. That's what he did. A drop step.
That was not a good decision. The Jets were all over it.
That one was on Mariota. I don't know what happened. Whether it's time, something was
That's a
on.
nice job by Hector. He was in the preseason last year. Played in the XFL. He's right here coming up the screen, just one-on-one, beating.
Yeah, my bad.
He came through on who was 67?
Your coordinator and your head coach.
67 got a penalty. You got beat.
Nah,
Who is
67
that?
had to do that. That the point of a delay is to kind of let the defensive line get in. Mariota messed that whole thing up.
Taylor III, rookie out of Miami, who the Jets have been very high on. He has flashed in training camp. Loss of 8. Trying to work that sideline. It's McNichols, another veteran on this Washington squad.
I like McNichols. That was a nice little burst out of McNichols.
Cuts off the angle on the perimeter.
One thing about the defense for the Jets, their depth players, especially the linebacker position, Guavin and Barnes.
Mariota messed that whole
So
drive
really
up by
didn't lose
taking the
much
loss
from
on
that
first down.
standpoint.
So that's something I would like to see from Kingsbury, even though I don't want to be in that
Dallas third and
situation.
19.
Play calling on first and long, second and long.
Mariota
First and
went
long.
Yeah.
0. That's something you see all that often at the quarterback position. Toss it to Dotson, and he's chopped down short of the 20-yard line.
That was a good play by Dotson. Catch
Celebrating on
after
the
the run
play
at
is
least.
Jarius Monroe, rookie out of Tulane, undrafted free agent. And the Jets defense will get off the field with a 3-and-out.
Yeah, love the way the secondary is tackling right now.
Yeah, good vision, Dotson.
Plays. You saw what they did there. Key is another guy that's done a nice job early in this game. A nice tackle by Monroe.
Tress Way, the veteran kicker, with some pressure, handles it poorly.
Oh man, this is
Misjudged it, takes it on a bounce, gets hit, and he's driven down
good coverage.
at the 25-yard line.
And those Owens, yeah,
Good special teams.
yeah, that's Owens. Good tackle.
55-yard kick. Just love it.
Yeah, that was a good play.
55-yard kick.
He's not that good in coverage, but he has been good in special teams.
Right, right.
Yeah, he was the one who got burnt on that last drive for that cross play, pass downfield. All right, your president, and guess who it is, y'all? None other. Jamin Davis.
Offensive players to watch brought to you.
He's gonna be a dog right there this year.
We've seen Malachi Coyley now touch the ball a couple times on offense. Saw him as a punt returner. He's a guy that can break tackles. Very strong runner. Interesting how he goes. And then we talked Joe Tippmann earlier. Again, more reps, getting acclimated, snap, shotgun, all those things. The more he can get, the better as a second-year player.
Max Mitchell is in there. Mentioned fashion.
Yeah, now this is the thing that concerns me.
Again, Jamin Davis in there.
Yeah, this is the thing that concerned me a little bit is when the Jets started to run the ball. So we really want to just lock in and see exactly who's responsible for whatever that was going on up there.
Well, you know, sometimes when you got a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, changing plays, protection shifts, it's a lot on your plate as a center man. And all of a sudden, oh, yeah, I got to snap the ball on time. So those things will happen with time. They'll grow together and get better at it.
Taylor couldn't break away. Washington was ready for
Who in there? Again, Jamin Davis and Pote. Jamin Davis, 3 straight plays. He's going to be a dog this season, bro. In on 3 straight.
Yeah, just, you know, good coverage.
Force him out.
Not a lot of pressure initially, but again, nothing there. Containing the pocket is.
Oh, that was all Pote. Pote got that by himself.
Commanders did a nice job there. Nowhere for Tyrod to really go there, and he had to take the loss.
But Jamin Davis did look good that series. He was around the ball every play.
Zacchaeus standing at the 22. Handle the pressure, sailing kick. Zacchaeus moves forward, catches cleanly at the 29. Zacchaeus has
okay. Work, Charlotte.
And Zacchaeus
good work.
Out near midfield. Good return by Zacchaeus. Now in his 6th year and played with Atlanta and Philadelphia. 20 yards on the return, 42-yard kick. Excellent field position for Washington. Late stages opening. Jeff Driscoll now in his 9th year in the
Special
NFL.
teams with the first and second unit didn't look bad.
Was at 12 career starts. He's got Jeremy McNichols setting up in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the 48. Moving pocket, Driscoll delivers.
That was
on the sideline.
That was a Yami.
Yeah, Diami. It was incomplete. But
incomplete. I told you, he has a problem coming back. The deep ball stretching, yeah. The coming back, we talked about that last season.
That was a tough catch, though. That was a tough one right there. That wasn't an easy catch.
Aaron Rodgers, 20-year veteran, will turn 41 in December.
Well, the Commanders want to see that potential that Rodgers had for Jaden, but for Rodgers, it's what exactly he's done and what the Jets want to see. He's been accurate in practice. He's been moving around well, and he is ready to go. Just the seriousness in his voice. I spoke to him after the joint practice. Just dialed in, man. Like he's ready to go. Like, hey, how you feel? I'm good. I'm ready to go. So again, we may see him in the preseason. I think he may play a snap or so early, before we get out to the regular season. It may be smart for them to do that, but again, he is anxious to get back on the field.
Third preseason game will be here at MetLife against the Giants. Straight ahead run for McNichols.
They got pushed back on that one.
8 yards. Talked to Tyrod Taylor about Rodgers, and Tyrod, who's a veteran himself, said, "Hey, I'm just impressed with his leadership, how he handles everybody in the locker room, of course, his knowledge, and I'm just trying to be a sponge. You could always learn in this league, and Tyrod has really been someone that has taken that to heart. Each stop along the way, he's picked up something to make him a better player and try to polish his craft." Driscoll on 3rd and 2. It's on time for Zaccheaus. Spin move by Zaccheaus, and he gets knocked from behind with a flag thrown. First down, Washington. Isaiah Oliver over there, and that's when the flag came in. That's a 24-yard catch and run.
That's a heck of a move by Will McDonald here to take a shot on Driscoll. They may be calling this one. I hope not, because I thought this was a clean hit. It's a great throw by Driscoll and catch, and a missed tackle on the outside for the extra yards. But man, that's what you want to see.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 99. Also personal foul, illegal blindside block, offense number 85. Those fouls offset. Replay 3rd down.
So that's Cole Turner called on the illegal block that's going to bring this play back. Looked like Washington was going to be in business with another first down. That's a win for the Jets in the wash.
And you see Jermaine Johnson there. He's telling them, spread your arms out. So you don't want to see, here's the blindside block. Obviously, it's going to come back right there. And man, that's close just because it's so quick when it happens, and he was engaging another player. But for Will McDonald, they're probably seeing him drive the quarterback to the ground. In my opinion, that's just not quite what that is. But Jermaine Johnson say, throw your arms out so it looks like you're not applying extra pressure. I think that was a heck of a move, though, by 99.
Timeout taken. Key was trying to get off the field for the Jets with 12 men. McDonald still upset at himself. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 for Washington after the offsetting penalties. We're down to 1:17 to go in this opening quarter.
And I know Will McDonald's not in there right now, but if I'm Robert Saleh, quietly inside, internally, I'm thinking, man, that was a heck of a job, but they'll clean that other stuff up.
On 3rd and 2, stop and go. McNichols has enough.
Nichols with the first.
First down for the Commanders as Braden McGregor, undrafted.
So I got on that play, man.
Michigan, was in on the stop.
The film study here on Nature Sports Network. Y'all are tuned in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and update your subscription.
Really buy into the system and understand and pick it up so that they can play to their talent level.
New running back for Washington, it's Chris Rodriguez Jr. out of Kentucky. Driscoll, underneath throw, handled by Ben Sinnott, rookie tight end from Kansas State, 2nd-round pick. And it's a modest game, 1 yard on the play with
short pickup.
Seconds to go. Surratt with the stop. Line of scrimmage is now the 40. They do not
good vision.
Here.
Looking over the field. Get the ball to Benson. That 1 yard gain.
Line up and make a go of it or try to get the Jets off sides. 2nd and 9.
All right. 2 men in the backfield.
And that was not a wise decision.
They hand the ball off, and
swallowed up on the play.
Rodriguez swallowed up in the backfield. Nowhere to go.
He's caught the eyes of the Jets, and again, making plays in the backfield, doing those things that really shine is really going to pick the coach up. And that's a heck.
He had no time at all to go nowhere on that play. What do you guys have on that play?
Start of the second quarter here at MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, on that play, guys.
For the Jets and the Washington Commanders. Ian Eagle, Anthony Beck, Otis Livingston, Caroline Hendricks.
There was nothing he could do on that play. Like I said, they were already in the backfield. Yeah. 2 running backs in the backfield. Both of them go out of pass. He lobs the ball downfield, and it's no good on the play.
And the Jets win out on that battle.
Bernard
I like
Conway
what I see out of Bernard
with the
Converse
coverage.
early in this football game. Now, he got beat down the sidelines early on, but was in really good position. But what he did here is, again, find the football, all right? One thing as a coach you hate seeing, don't look for the football. He finds it, doesn't worry about the receiver, goes up, makes a play on the football. It's a heck
I
of a
think
job
that was
by him
pass
and a
interference,
heck of a start by
honestly.
him early in this football game.
11-year pro Tress
So we
Way,
have to
our
punt
number
on this
10.
play
He steps aside to give
due
James
to what
Daniels
happened last time. Tress Way with the
gonna
punt.
release this one inside the 10. Corley moves forward. It bounces at the 9. Takes
Ball
a jump
bounce
throw
back,
and finally touched
and
at the 19-yard line by
stop him at the 19-yard line.
So the Jets catch a break.
Walker.
Officials get in between a couple of players at the end of that play. Ball will be spotted just short of the 20-yard line for Robert Saleh and the Jets. Time to send it downstairs. And Otis Livingston.
All right, I am down here with Quincy Williams. And Quincy, how's training camp going so far for you and that defense?
It's going great, man. We're getting a chance to connect and things like that. Man, it's been amazing just keeping the
Okay,
standard.
our defense lined up. They vamping. And they get beat for a scat of almost 16 yards, I believe, on the play. Maybe 17 on that play. Don't look like the line held up pretty good right there. They got beat for a big burst right there. That wasn't good.
I know you realize that you guys play together.
You went untouched for about 15 yards before anything.
And dreamed about playing together. Now it's just a reality.
Our team has handed the ball off again, and it's another big game. 6 or 7 yards on the play.
Man, it's amazing for real.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Short second down coming up.
Thank you. Guys, back to you.
I mean, on that play right there, I mean, it was 5 yards. He had good burst coming out of the backfield, and they had pushed on us. We couldn't do nothing.
That linebacker spot, of course, his brother Quinnen, a Pro Bowl player.
Like to see how they
2 years. Second down and
they attack the line
runs there from
like
Braylon
that.
Allen, the rookie out of Wisconsin.
It looked like they lined up in the single back. He turned around, he hands the ball off again. The back runs out the edge. Same guy. Allen. Again.
This is what they envisioned.
Sano, the rookie.
4 yards on the rip.
Allen.
Big back with terrific vision.
Yeah, watch the guard come around, make a nice cut. But, man, you get Allen on the edge. I mean, these are the things like you talk
oh, my
about
goodness.
that he can do. He's got speed. Yeah, he can match it.
Sano manhandle Davis.
He can run outside zone. He can get on
wow.
that with speed.
You got clogged up, Davis.
Step in front of that after a 10-yard head start.
That's how you got to run that edge like that. Stop Davis.
He come out after 3 big runs in this series.
First down at the
Sano battle right now. See what's working like.
Pitch it. Another rookie, Isaiah Davis, and he's bottled up after a gain of 1.
Jamie Davis on the other side.
Richard Todd for the Jets. No.
Working out.
Andrew Peasley. He's the rookie out of Wyoming, transferred from Utah State. Had 1,991 yards through the air, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions last season for the Cowboys.
Andrew Peasley last season with the Cowboys. I heard it.
On the ground. Second down and 9. Inside the 35. Toss it. Davis. It's a
Hey, he slipped up. Got caught. Davis.
Second year.
Yes, sir. Quan Martin.
Was over there.
For them.
There by Davis just threw the timing off.
Yeah, again, Davis
A
exceptional.
little bit of hole going on
The FCS level.
behind the scenes. Otherwise, it was all good.
He's got quickness. Again, a guy that can return the football as well. We saw him on kickoff returns. He's going to be in the back area as well. And a guy that really liked this running back room line is loaded as far as young players that have a lot of talent.
Davis had 18 touchdowns.
Okay.
Jack Rabbit's last
Looks like we're in the zone. And they get beat big time. Butler, and that looks like number 29. I think that's James Pierre.
It's an angle route. Fake left, come back inside.
Oh, man. He missed the tackle.
Hands. You know, he's got a new running back coach of the Jets
Who
for
missed
this
the
year, coached
tackle?
receivers for 10 years, and running
Couldn't
backs
see it
love
happen
to
so
see
fast.
their
Couldn't see who
everyone in
missed the tackle.
Tennessee. They love to see that.
On that play, they were a little. Just combobulated. They didn't know what was going on. They couldn't read the cover.
4 yards. Jets
What they were trying to
out
throw at
the
them,
door now in the second quarter.
and they almost got scored on.
The rookie QB
Hey,
Beasley
drop back,
floats it
and this is the play where
touchdown. Brownlee
Forbes gets scored on.
perfectly placed. by
It looked like he
Beasley.
went to try to get his hands on him and could never get his hands on him from the start.
Look at how he drops that in. Brownlee, a heck of a job just tracking the football, but also getting his feet. See the ball catch, left foot, right foot right there. It's a nice job by the rookie quarterback Beasley, man. Impressive throw and an impressive catch. And finally, the Jets get on the board.
Wow.
Brownlee's got great wingspan, so there's confidence that if
The
you
rookie
put it up there,
Beasley
you can
came in and got a
Obviously,
touchdown.
that throw takes a lot of touch. The loft
7-play, 80-yard drive.
and
4
Greg
minutes,
Zerline
12
is on
seconds.
for the extra point.
What y'all got on that drive, fellas? What y'all think about that drive?
We are all even at 7.
F.
10:32 to go in this first half.
Big F. Failure to communicate.
Beasley, Brownlee, the Jets' first touchdown
Absolutely.
of the preseason.
That's how we looked at the end of
Touchdown
like at the
Beasley
season.
connects
That's
with
what we looked like
Brownlee,
last
12
season.
yards.
Exactly like that drive.
Yeah, terrible.
Kickoff from Zerline.
Terrible.
Trying to place this
But
one
again, that's
in
because of
field.
I think it's the run.
It is
I mean, whenever
former
you
Chief
rush with the run
and
defense,
Bear
I believe
tossed
that it
down
just opens up so
at
much for the rest of the offense.
34-yard line. Our time right now to send it downstairs. Jets team reporter Caroline Hendershot, part of our broadcast.
I mean, we just got to
here
do
this
better, man.
afternoon.
We got to do
Caroline.
better.
Yeah, Ian, cornerback
I didn't
Quantez
think at any
Snickers has had
time
one of the
during
most
this
incredible
game we
journeys to the
established a
NFL.
dominant
After he gave
front.
up playing football at Lane College because of his dad's tragic passing, he later returned to fan-controlled football league, which got him discovered by the
So
CFL
dominant
Toronto
status.
Argonauts.
In that
He
drive,
became
the
the first
defense
DB in 25
is
years to
crumbled
win the CFL Rookie of
all the
the
way
Year.
down the field.
Since being drafted, he's obviously had
Yeah.
an immediate impact with the Jets. And I talked to him this morning after he got off the bus, and he said he was really emotional as he rode the bus to the stadium this morning. He even
So
shed a
this is
tear.
in
He
this
knows his
drive
father's going
here.
to be
I
with him
believe
every
that
play today. And at the end of
this
the day,
was the
he's just going to
Driscoll
play his
drive.
style of football.
And Caroline, he's 22 years old. It's a reminder that every journey is unique. There is no set way of how
Yeah,
to
this
get
is the
here.
Driscoll drive.
And while his was circuitous, he's here now. Driscoll's throw is offline. Chris Rodriguez Jr., the
It
intended
started out
receiver.
with
Driscoll
passing.
had a last drive too. Mariota only had one drive.
Involved in the
Yeah, that's
action.
all he had was
And
one. Yeah.
Robert Saleh talked about him as a guy that could be a starter in this league. He's got all the skill sets that he needs. The
I don't know
interceptions
about
were
that though.
high,
Just
but out
Driscoll
of the
can't be no
CFL, but
star.
man, the
I think they
journey and
giving
the
him a little
path that
something.
Caroline just spoke about, it really is incredible because it's such a hard place to get in. Even if you do it right and go to college and do it the right way, his journey is spectacular.
He was the most outstanding rookie with Toronto in the CFL.
Great
Driscoll
play.
gets rid of it
Great
and
play.
hits his man at midfield.
On a comeback route.
So that's some.
That's how you come back. Play close attention, Dion.
Time was limited, and he connects with Brown for the first down.
Yeah, that's on a solid comeback route.
Pressure from.
That's how you do it, Dion.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Huge shot on Driscoll, but got the ball out, and you could see.
Play close attention to yourself, boy.
Knowing that he slipped, he could have been on that point. Can't slip though, right? That's part of it. Got to have.
That's because they got burnt. That's because they got burnt up field. I like the adjustment. Okay, you had what? This is a.
It's going to be Kashmir Allen.
Oh, okay. That was a good play call.
Yeah, Cashmere.
Oh, but that might be coming back.
From UCLA, using a gadget play with a wide receiver. It's 5'8",
That was a great play.
76.
During the run, holding. Offense number 64. 10-yard penalty. That's first
Who's
down.
that? 64 is.
That is Mason Brooks, backup guard, who is called.
Oh, that's one of them newer guys.
If you're
Mason
just
Brooks
joining us,
on
we're
that
expecting
hole.
to see course record with Michael
That was a
Green.
bad
You can
hole.
watch that
That
and other
hole
DJ
kind of
golf
set you back.
programming right
I'm
now.
telling you, brother, them backups, man. Mm-mm.
1 o'clock. That feels more like an NFL time. The
Up your alley,
noon
right?
start was a little different when the alarm clock hits. But Robert Saleh said he was trying to get his guys into a good rhythm, felt that a Saturday afternoon game would continue what they've been building through training camp. It is Driscoll himself stumbling out near the first down marker.
Driscoll a little bit faster than I thought he was. I thought he would be. So Driscoll's a little bit faster.
Everybody faster when you scared.
Backer didn't scrape. You got a DB, a corner on the outside that gets
I didn't catch that,
offensive player, and you got a quarterback. All these quarterbacks for the Commanders.
He said everybody faster when you scared.
We'll definitely bring up in the meeting.
Shotgun.
Yeah, terrific.
Got a double set.
Major
The
League
hands
Baseball
off up
as
the
well.
middle. I like this because we're running up the middle. We're running in between.
And who was that? Who was that, bro?
That was Rodriguez. That was Rodriguez.
With Cincinnati, Detroit, New Orleans, Denver, Arizona, Cleveland.
That play where he got stuffed in the backfield wasn't his fault.
High school, went to Florida.
I mean, I agree. Got
a lot more playing time when he
each individual player has their own personality, but
Driscoll,
good play, Driscoll. Oh, good play. Did he catch it?
But McNichols,
yeah, he held on. McNichols with the catch.
May have taken the brunt of it.
Got broke up too, and he broke him up. Broke himself up trying.
Here, similar route that the Jets ran with their back on an angle
route.
You see that
Ooh, he tried to lay
look like their helmets hit, but you never know when you get
lay
close
him
to
all
that
the way out.
So they're checking on the linebacker.
No, end up getting hurt in the process.
Football, get him
Ray
ready.
Lewis would have laid that boy out.
Yeah.
It's preseason. Anything goes. 2nd and 2 for Washington. Surratt got up on his own. Robinson,
Who fought that?
Rodriguez gets hit behind the line of scrimmage by Stiggers, pressing the line. It's a loss of 1.
Yeah, nice job off the edge. A little cat
It
there
is.
with a tight receiver. That's an automatic.
Oh yeah, it's off the
start,
edge.
and it's
Yeah, well,
read
ain't nobody block. Ain't
by
nobody block
Stiggers
for him.
here. And again, going low, big back
Yeah,
underneath,
he
understands
just came
that.
off the
Not
edge.
just a guy that can make interceptions, can make the tackles. I've talked about it earlier. The secondary has been very
That was the
sound.
coach's fault.
tackling
Bad formation.
defenders so far in this game.
With
That's
Surratt
bad
now on the
formation.
sideline. Aquavin is in. 6-year veteran. 3rd and 3. Driscoll steps up.
Oh my goodness.
And he runs for the first down.
He's using his legs a lot on this drive, which is something that I think a lot of people talk about. Driscoll's legs.
Good pressure. The reason why
Talk about the jukes. He giving them people out there to watch the footwork. Give me that. I take that too.
Protects himself going down to move the sticks.
And he got hot too. He went straight through the middle. Two defenders.
6.5 to go.
Absolutely.
Quarter tied at 7. Shotgun. Driscoll on a line, bobbled and handled by Dotson. Washington feels good about the wide
Okay,
receivers.
Dotson, good catch.
Like Dotson and McLaurin, De'Ami Brown. You've got the rookie Luke McCaffrey, younger brother of Christian. Pringle, Zacchaeus, Jamison Crowder, former Jet, also part of the group. 2nd down and 3 from the 20.
Oh,
It's a running play. Rodriguez can't turn the corner. The Jets prepared. Barnes helping on the play.
Rodriguez, with that time, that wasn't. I mean, he got to get north and south. You know, he's just east and west. I think he just took too long to get north and
He got a
south.
little tired near the end of it.
Huh?
In pass coverage and also
No, I was talking to my man.
Oh yeah. He took too long to get north and south.
Down here when he took over the quarterback duties. Washington as a whole is 6 of 8 on 3rd down. This is the 12th play of the
6
drive.
of 8 on 3rd down for Washington.
Upstairs.
Oh, he failed. Who's that, Dotson?
Looking for a flag.
Yeah, 6 of 8 on 3rd down for Washington. I mean, that's big time, ain't it? And it shows that you're running on 1st and 2nd down, so you don't have a full distance to go.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is pass interference. That was pass interference.
He grabbed the receiver's jersey.
Coach is happy. Bernard Converse is happy.
Y'all can go back and look at that if y'all want, but I mean, and again, it may not be egregious, but
it is Riley.
Yeah, it stopped him from making the catch. Yeah, it interfered with him.
Patterson, who's kicked with Detroit, Jacksonville, and Cleveland. 39-yarder.
That's when the dude missed the kick. 'Cause that definitely should have been a touchdown drive right there.
He hit it up off the upright. Hey, I think that's it. That should be his only chance, in my opinion. 39 yards. You can't miss a 39 yards.
Just
Look,
trying to squeeze this one through.
nah, no excuse.
No points.
Blew it.
Oh, but people don't understand this. A missed kick is a turnover.
Blew it.
It is a turnover. That's the same as the interception or fumble. A missed kick is a turnover.
So Tyrod Taylor for a couple of series, then Andrew Peasley steps in at quarterback, leads them down the field for a touchdown. Peasley remains in there. Handoff to Isaiah Davis. And he'll pick up 2 yards on first down.
Braylon Allen does a heck of a job. Started off the drive right here, and then catching the ball. Another running back, Isaiah Davis, showing his hands. And then how about the accuracy here by the quarterback, Peasley, a rookie from Wyoming, throwing it to Brownlee. It's a nice confidence builder, and clearly for a quarterback, that's what it's about. Getting the ball, getting guys catching it. Now you feel a little confident. Let's see how he does on this second drive.
Carter Warren is in there at tackle. Newman remains in there. Glazer's in there. Laval on the offensive line.
See, look at this. This is where that, to me, is when they struggle mightily on stopping the run. This is where they was gagged by the run on the defensive.
Dakota State. You mentioned the big numbers as a member of the Jackrabbits, taken in the 5th round. The Missouri Valley Conference co-offensive player of the year. So they take Braylon Allen in the 4th round, running back from Wisconsin. They back it up with another running back in the 5th round, Isaiah Davis. Where does that leave Izzy Abanikanda? We don't know. That's going to be part of the storyline here in the preseason. A 5th round pick out of Pitt last year. They needed just a yard. They're not going to get it.
Big play. Big
Spun
play.
down. Peasley couldn't break away from Jerzon Newton.
See? That's what he said, Jerzon Newton.
Didn't read that right. At the end, comes down and crashes. That's when you pull.
But that wasn't Jerzon Newton, though.
Just short of the first.
Nah. Jerzon Newton made him switch directions where he had to hang off.
You mentioned the
so Newton played.
Member of the Jackrabbits,
I believe so.
Taken in the 5th round.
You can go back and listen, but I believe that's what he said.
He said Jerzon Newton, right?
Mm-hmm. So not with the stop, but preventing them from making a play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Big Son.
Izzy Abanikanda, we don't know. That's going to be part of the storyline here in the preseason. A 5th round pick out of Pitt last year. They needed just a yard. They're not going to get it. Spun down. Peasley couldn't break away from Jerzon Newton.
That's what he said.
And probably didn't read that right. At the end, comes down and crashes. That's when you pull and goes up the field.
That's what he said, Big
You got
Son.
to make sure you hand that ball to the back, and that's what I think. That's Nathaniel Hackett down there. Yeah, he's talking to him right now and getting that corrected.
All right, you're gonna have a punt. That's what you see. The special team doing this return game. With the kickoffs being what they are, I think the punt returns are much more important now.
As Davian Davis standing at his own 18, Morstead, a kick moved.
Oh my goodness, that's a horrible.
Davis quickly.
Horrible kick by the Jets.
The fair catch brought in just across the 30-yard line for Washington.
Any help, Saturday?
Hey, get all the news you need to plan your day.
Morstead.
News, New York. Wake up.
Global pump Morstead. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Weekday morning, starting at 4:30 on CBS New York.
Did that Rubik's Cube out?
3:11 to go on a beautiful summer afternoon. Temperature hitting the mid-80s. Aaron Rodgers, no action today. Not expected to see any action next week against Carolina. The door is open just a bit potentially for the 3rd preseason game against the Giants. Wide open downfield. Ben Sinnott.
Ben Sinnott.
Ben Sinnott. What y'all got on Ben Sinnott, man?
I'm gonna tell y'all what Ben Sinnott remind me of. He remind me of one of them bulls in the cage at the hold down at the rodeo. As soon as that cage open, all hell break loose.
leads them to the left, trick them.
That's who Ben Simmons is.
I agree.
That's what he remind me of, a Brahma Bull.
Kansas State, really good productive tight end there. And again, getting him up the middle.
And
That's what he's
I'll
done
say it again.
for a while in the college game.
Even though Jaden Daniels, I hope and believe is going to change our franchise, Ben Simmons is my favorite pick of this draft. I feel like his dominance is going to be similar to a Chris Cooley. And if he can do what he did in that preseason game in the regular season, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what things they can dial up for him.
3 years, $51 million. They traded Jonathan Franklin
Yeah,
Myers to Denver.
I totally agree.
All of this was with the
I mean,
idea
Me
of
too,
Hassan
100%.
I mean, I seen him do it in college. I knew he was going to do it in the NFL, and when we picked him up, I was duly surprised. Duly surprised that we actually got him. I wanted him. We actually got him. So, man, that boy right there is something special. And he's going to be around here for a long time.
On the MetLife halftime report. Ball at the 20-yard line for Washington. Commanders had a chance to take the lead, missed the field goal. Now facing a 2nd down and 9. Driscoll at quarterback, Rodriguez at running back.
Oh.
Rodriguez.
Come on, man. I got to stop letting people get in the backfield.
For the Jets, Surratt had to leave earlier in this quarter after a big hit. But back on the field for New York.
Yeah, it looks like just kind of a little shoulder-to-shoulder hit and get a lot of that linebacker position. Also, Tenzel Smart doing a nice job wrapping around, getting early into that contact as well. He's a guy that's been here for multiple camps, always has played well in preseason, waiting and trying
It's still Driscoll, right?
So now a 3rd down and 9. Down to a minute 22 to go in this first half.
All right. Driscoll 5 down.
Incomplete.
That was a good throw.
Looking for Mitchell Tinsley, 2nd-year wideout from Penn State.
Stepped into it. Guess it went too far on the sideline though. Let's see.
Here this afternoon.
Really has man-to-man across the board. Good job. He's got
That
his
was
head
great.
around.
I mean, that was. I mean,
when he gets to the receiver.
Oh, he was pushing way. He was pushing him while he was in the air before the ball got there, and he wasn't looking back.
But it was good physical defense, though. It was good. You played the sideline. He used the sideline as a defender. That's why I'm saying that.
Either one of these guys will make the team. There could be a kicker that comes by on the waiver wire that they're more interested in.
Ruiz dropped that joint down the middle, right? Shout out to Ruiz.
The Commanders go in front, 10-7.
Ruiz Ahmed. He dropped that joint right down the middle. That was money.
And that pass
play, smooth. He did it smooth too.
Talk through this.
Hey, Ro, that pass play, don't the defender got to play the ball though?
Kicker at the
I believe so.
Like, I feel like he's facing the
40-yard line. 9 to 10 receiving players in the setup zone.
Yeah, when he passed the ball, like he got to be looking back. You know what I'm saying? At least looking back to got him like that. But he never looked back, and he pushed on him before the ball got there.
Yeah, I think the rest might have missed one.
Out of bounds or short of the landing zone, it would go out to the 40-yard line. You mentioned
that was the one I was talking about when the game was on. I was like, man, they missed the call. In a regular season game, they probably would call that.
What did you learn as you worked through the system?
I was kind of like a lot of coaches not real sure, but as we went into the season, you start seeing ways to do pullers, pins, wraps, and different things similar to running plays in an offense. I think the biggest thing is.
Oh, so you see how they set up on their kickoff? You see how they had the man come around? So everybody, I guess, is doing things different when they kick off. Just to see what works.
It's not common for linebackers and DBs to do. It's a running play where you see tight ends and sometimes those offensive linemen. So finding the right bodies to play those positions, I think it's going to be exciting. Though once these special teams coaches do the plays and start really scheming this thing up, it's going to look a lot better for them as the season goes on.
And similar to what you see on offense, usually in the preseason, pretty vanilla. You're not going to give a whole lot away to upcoming opponents. I would assume it's very similar with this return. Teams are not going to.
It is 1 minute left in a second, right? And so they got it. They down here in the doubles. We look like we in a nickel. I'm good. I mean, I'm interested to see what we do in the 2 minute offense. That was a hole on the outside, if you ask me. But I'm interested to see because to me, this is when your juice comes in. Will you get it or don't get it? It's in that last minute or two of the game. That's where a lot of games are won and lost.
With 1:03 remaining in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage is now the 33. So Davis has seen a lot of action. We saw a bunch of Braylon Allen earlier. Jets also just signed Deion Jackson, running back formerly with Indianapolis, Cleveland, and the Giants. They have Xavier Valladay on the roster as well. This play whistle dead. Flag thrown. Carter Warren.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty. It's second down.
He's the second-year tackle from Pitt. Fourth-round pick in 2023. Brings a 7-foot wingspan at 6'5", 323. False start.
A little early to go there. This is a good situation to be in. We talk about players in 2-minute situations. It's a nice situation for Robert Saleh as well. Got a couple timeouts. If he can get some things going on offense, he gets to utilize some of those situations, calling timeouts.
Yeah, okay. They got him in the second 12.
On this final
They
drive.
bam down to 4-3.
Wide receiver Zach Kuntz, the big tight end on the field.
Right.
That's an underneath throw.
Oh, man. Who missed that tackle?
That second wave for Washington was ready for him. Limit him to a 4-yard pickup. Timeout called. 55 seconds on the clock.
Number 57
So Washington
missed that tackle.
with a chance to get the football back and run some of their stuff at the end of the quarter, end of the half. It's going to be third down for the Jets. Jets only had 18 offensive touchdowns in 2023. That was the lowest number in the NFL. There was so much pressure on this defense week in and week out. Obviously, the
All right, so where we at here? Where we at here? Let's see.
That just wasn't the case, as the Jets were in a lot of games, finished the season 7-10, but didn't have enough juice on the offensive end.
I expect that number to double. You know, I mean, it's got to, right? On paper, this offense is poised to be really good.
They come with the blitz, and they get rid of it quick. And
the ball still free and alive.
fumble was recovered by Wilson.
We feel as if they've got the first down, and the officials are placing the ball across the 45. So this is Kuntz about to go down, loses it, and
No, that was a catch. That wasn't
That was a catch, fumble.
Complete catch, and if it's not, did Malachi?
Yeah, that was a Corley.
Ground as they look
That
at
was
this.
Corley. Basically, it's like a tip pass. If that's the way that
So
I
that's
would.
exactly what the
I
officials
would-
are
I
huddling
would
up
say
about
that
right
it is
now.
Tip pass.
The
Because
advancement
he
of a
dropped
fumble.
it, but the other receiver caught it before it hit the ground.
I
You
don't know
know,
if that's a
no
completed
difference than
catch
if somebody
for
throws a
Kuntz,
pass, it's
but
tipped up in the air.
looks like,
You know.
Yeah, I don't think that ball hit the ground. It
Yeah.
never did.
So it
Yeah,
looks
that's
like Corley
crazy.
snagged
That
it.
was
Johnny on the
to me.
spot.
That was probably
Heck of a job.
like
You see a tip
play
of a
of the
ball
game
here as it
out of
pops
all the
out.
plays that I've seen. That was
He's
pretty
there.
amazing.
Oh man, that's
Yeah, it did touch the ground slightly, but it was in his hand.
Yeah, no, it didn't touch the ground. It didn't hit the ground. It touched the ground, which is the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
hard to hear there with the
It touched the
officials
ground
saying
slightly, like it was in his hand,
Yeah,
but it swiped that
it's gonna
grass.
stand as a
yeah.
Corley catch.
So the ball is placed at
I
the
mean,
46-yard line.
theoretically though, that's a really good play from Corley. You know,
So it is considered a clean catch.
you know, I think that it's when you
Officials
look at
pointing in the Jets'
those
direction.
type of plays, they're going to happen. There's really nothing
The
you
Jets
could do
called a
about a
timeout
player
as well,
making a great
which
play.
stopped the clock, so in a good situation.
You know,
So they will have a new set of downs here
Yeah, let's see.
with 49 seconds to go.
Okay.
Beasley sets and throws, laying out.
That's broken up.
Corley
very good defense right there.
haul it
I
in. That
agree
is
with
the
you,
first
Leo.
incompletion of the
Just
day
great play
for
by
the
a young
rookie
player.
Andrew Peasley, who's now
Yeah.
5 of 6.
Yeah,
I like the ball placement there. Corley has to make a tough catch going
yeah,
to the
great
ground.
play right there.
But again, giving your
I would say
receiver a
that,
chance
but
to catch the football
won't happen
there,
to you on twice. So that was really good
it still
defense right
stops the
there
clock, though, so
on that
they
next
did
play.
get that opportunity with 44 seconds to continue to drive.
Really good defense.
2nd and 10 for New York. Andrew Peasley getting a lot of reps here today. That one hits Corley. 9-yard pickup to the 45. Timeout taken. 38 seconds on the clock.
Great day.
So
I
that's a
mean, you
yard
know,
short.
this is the thing I did not like about these drives when
Jets trail
against
Washington
Peasley.
10-7.
They were able to work one receiver, and whenever there's a defense, like to me, Joe Witt, you gotta adjust even in preseason for them not to abuse one receiver. I mean, one cornerback
So
or
Aaron
one,
Rodgers
you,
had
you
the
can't make
headset
it
on
one
throughout,
dimensional and it still work.
trying to help out any way he can. Initially with Tyrod Taylor, then Andrew Peasley. Jordan Travis, the rookie
Yeah,
out of
that ain't
Florida
gonna work.
State, on the
Can't
roster,
do that.
still recovering
This
from
can't
the
happen.
broken leg he suffered.
All right.
ACC Player of the Year for the
Ain't
Seminoles.
gonna have safety.
And they have another quarterback with Adrian
Like
Martinez
double
getting
one.
signed out of the UFL.
Hey,
Line drive throw. It is Peasley to Corley for a first down. Now they have to
he
hurry. Jets
Corley
back 3
again.
minutes. We're down to
Another
25
first
seconds left
down.
to get the first down. Peasley gets rid of it. Releasing is Davis. And he's brought down along the sideline. 17 seconds on the clock.
These are good moments for quarterbacks. You know, I always like to spike the ball, Ian. After you have no timeouts, you get a quick first down. Just say, you know what, boom, spike it.
Just to exhale.
Just to exhale, stop the clock, and get a good play because they got into that next play. It's just a little dump off. Yeah, they got out of bounds, but you know it took 8 or 9 seconds off the clock there. And again, he's young. How many 2-minute drills has Peasley taken? 0.
So the question there was whether or not Corley got out of bounds. And that's what they're reviewing. They stopped the clock at 17, so everybody stopped. Washington indicated that he did not get out of bounds, and they wanted the clock to continue to roll.
Tough to see if his knee hit there from that angle, but he looks like he's going out of bounds. I mean, I hate the fact that we review those in the preseason, but you'll probably get to see if the knee there.
But that also plays to your point that because everything was sped up, you felt rushed.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of spiking the ball and maybe resetting and getting everybody on the same page. That's a small, subtle thing that could take some more clock off for the Jets.
And I've had multiple conversations with my offensive coordinator. We're always fighting, like, let's just get up there. We got him off tilt, you know. But again, it's like I'd rather have the best play ready to go, and let's execute it on our end instead of potentially here where we got a review on whether the guys hit out of bounds to stop the clock right before the half.
Brandon Cruz in his 3rd year with the NFL, worked in the Big 12, actually worked the national championship game in 2021, Ohio State, Alabama. So the call on the field was the Jets were out of bounds. That stopped the clock.
After reviewing the play, the runner was down inbounds. Therefore, by rule, the clock is reset to that point, and there's a 10-second run out. The clock will be set from 18 seconds, ran down to 8 seconds. Then the clock will start on my ready for play signal.
Yeah, that's a crusher. So that changes everything now. If you're the Jets, you were hoping to operate with a few plays potentially. They have no timeouts left. It's down to 8 seconds left. They would consider possibly just spiking the ball here and then making a decision after that as opposed to...
Or a quick out on the outside, knowing they can get out of bounds.
Possibly.
How many times has he run this, though? He hasn't had a 2-minute drill probably in practice, so just being on the same page.
Right now, they're looking at a 57-yard field goal attempt.
That's a little bit too steep.
See what the philosophy is here for Peasley. It will be the spike. But it went from 8 seconds to 3 seconds. And now Zuerlein's going to trot onto the field. So you're a kicker like Zuerlein. You've got the reputation for having the leg. Career long of 61.
Career long of 61 for Zuerlein. This is the end of the half.
Taylor's been doing this for a long time. Hey, what are you looking for in the preseason? What do you try to do? He said, hey, you still got to go out there with your pride.
No question.
This was a good kick. I can't even lie.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what pros do. That's the kick. That's the type of kicker we need. Somebody that's going to go out there in the preseason, late in the half, and say, "Okay, this is point. I'm going to show what I can do and be consistent." I mean, you don't get too many Greg Zuerleins, though. I would say, you don't get too many pros that last 12, 13, 14, 15 years.
When you look at the first half, what stood out to me was the third down conversion percentage, and the passing yards, the difference in disparaging on passing yards.
Yeah. I mean, other than Forbes really getting beat a couple times, you know, and Malachi Corley just showing off, we really didn't have a bad pass defense. We cannot give up the big plays though. I think though even one big play in a game is can be game changing. So we can't keep giving up the big plays, meaning the touchdown passes from 20, 30 yards.
I agree. But I don't think we're gonna run through the whole second half right now. We might run through maybe a little bit of the third quarter, and then wrap it up, and then go back through the because we got a new game, we got another game coming up. We'll preview a little bit of the game that we have coming up.
Honestly, I think that's what we might should do now. Just go ahead and preview the game.
Yeah, let's go ahead and preview who we got
coming. Preview of the game and talk about it a little bit, and because I mean this game is behind us, and everybody else that got some wreck. No offense to them, we were really here to see how well the first team's done. I mean, no offense to none of them. You know what I mean? Davion Davis, I want to shout him out because he did get a couple returns in there, and he looked really good. Even though they brought in Martavius Bryant, who also has done that in the past, I think that he stands a very good chance of making the team if he continue to play the way he did this past Saturday.
Okay, so Miami Dolphins on the injury update, they have Javon Holland is hurt, Jaden Ramsey is hurt, Odell Beckham Jr. is also hurt. So they'll have some injuries going into this one.
Before we go into the review fully, I didn't get a chance to ask you guys. I don't think. What do you guys think about them bringing in Martavius Bryant? With all the receivers that are in camp, what do you assume you keep, 6 or 7 on the roster?
Right. I think that says a lot. That means something is open for grabs, or they're fidgeting with that receiver position. I think they want. I don't know if they want to give him an opportunity, or if they want more out of what they see with the guys that they have. That's the question for me.
What'd you say? Can you repeat it for me?
I said, I don't know if it's that they don't have enough of what they feel like they want, or if they're trying to give him an opportunity. So it could be either or to me.
What you mean give him an opportunity? Opportunity to do what exactly?
To make the team. Give him an opportunity to make the team, to see if he might can show up, might come in and light it up. You might have I
mean, I think that they're still competing.
Did you hear my initial question, Leo?
No, I didn't. I missed it. What was the initial question?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? No, I'm here. Can you hear me? God damn it. Here. Hello?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
V.
Okay, I can't hear Leo. I'm gonna come back.
No, V, just repeat the question so I can answer it.
Just repeat the question, V. God. So he went out.
Yeah, because I didn't hear. That's why I probably wouldn't hear his question.
It was what do we feel about Martavius Bryant and his signing, and the signing of Martavius Bryant?
Is he back on?
Nah. Wait, she pop on back in. Okay. But you can go ahead and give your thoughts. We can go ahead and get your thoughts.
Yeah.
Take
So
Brian.
basically, Martavius Bryant, right? At first, I
There
was
you
not
go.
happy. I was not happy with the signing. And like I was saying to Ro, like I was responding when I heard Ro's part of it, because I guess I missed V's part. They're just giving people a chance to compete. I think he brings a good element of size and different capabilities, and they want people that could fit in multiple roles. Martavius Bryant was with the Dallas Cowboys last year on their practice squad, so I'm sure that Dan Quinn got a chance to see him quite often if he was going up against the defense consistently. And so I would say that they say, uh, not necessarily a fan of him being a Cowboy backup, but I don't know how much chance he really stands to make the team. He may be one of those guys that they say, "Hey, we're going to put you back on the practice squad, but you get a shot. You get a shot to make the team, but you more than likely go back on the practice squad and put in a position to where if somebody goes down, if you've done enough in the practice squad, we'll pull you up." Because I don't necessarily see him making the team. So I don't see it being like a big problem. It's not like he got big money or anything like that. They gave him some dollars to come stay with the organization, I feel like, for the rest of the preseason. That's what I think about it.
I agree. Dolphins. What you got on the Dolphins?
Honestly, I didn't get a chance to do much research on the Dolphins, other than the fact that I don't think a lot of their stars will be playing against us on Saturday. I don't
Right.
know if this is not the dress rehearsal game, but this would be the dress rehearsal game, the game before the last game of the preseason. And the last game of the preseason, they usually let everybody play so they can make their cuts. So I don't know if they're going to do that and use the third game as the dress rehearsal, but I would say in this situation against the Dolphins, I'm looking to see somebody like Jerzon Newton get out there and play. Um, Potentially Brandon Coleman. If we can get him out there, I would love to see those guys on the field to see what they can, contribute to the team. Bobby Wagner maybe for a drive or two. You know what I'm saying? Looking to see some of our starters like get out there, maybe Forrest or somebody like that didn't get a chance to get no real bump. So that's what I'm looking forward to in the Miami game. Also, let's see what these corners do. They got toasted for Forbes got toasted for one. If he doesn't get toasted again this preseason, then you could probably say he had a pretty good preseason. So this is going to be a big game for him to not allow a touchdown.
Definitely. I didn't get a chance to hear your take on Martavius Bryant, Leo. But
I give you a little bit of the back of what I said. I don't think that he is here to make the team. I think that he gets given a chance to make the team theoretically, but he was on the practice squad for Dallas last year. So I'm assuming that they've seen enough on him to say, okay, he's a talented player, bring him in. If he beats these guys out, then he beats these guys out. But I don't think he's here to make the team. I think he's here to go on the practice squad just in case one of the receivers do get hurt and they can bring in a veteran instead of having to bring in a younger guy that may not be able to offer as much right away.
So that does make sense. That does make sense. I mean, my immediate hearing of the news, I was a little concerned because I feel like there are already, I think that there are already a lot of receivers on the roster, and to pick up somebody when there wasn't an injury this games, I think a lot of like at least a lot.
You breaking up? We get you breaking up a little bit. I don't know if you're moving.
Yeah, I'm moving in
Yeah,
the car. My bad. I said
yeah, you breaking up for
Free
me
got a
too.
little bit of reps. I'm still breaking up again.
No, you good. There you go. You good right there.
Yeah, no, I was saying that a lot of the extra receivers that we got, the Davises, the Zacchaeus, Crowder, even like didn't get a lot of reps. The Rosemary Jack Saint, he got reps, but there weren't a lot of completions there. So it's like a lot of guys that you got that you don't know what you got yet. And to pick up
Yeah,
Martavius Bryant without injury was just a little, a little questioning.
yeah. I mean, I think it's just veteran leadership as far as in that role. So like, it's a lot of guys. I think they want to get leaders everywhere. So you got a lot of young guys that just don't know how to be a pro. And maybe what Martavius Bryant showed them is that he will be a pro. He's down. He is down. They said 22 pounds or something like that. They said he was like 130 last year, and now he's like I said 130. 230 last year, and now he's around like 210, 208, something like that. So he's been doing some work in the off season. Let's say I guess lose weight. I don't know. Maybe he felt like he lost a step in that space, and maybe he wanted to gain some of that speed back by losing some of the pounds. But he's done some work in the off season, at least, or between the last 8 games of last
Hey,
season.
look, I'm with Leah. I'm with Ro on this just from watching the game. And again, kudos to De'Ami Brown for having a good showing so far.
Oh yeah,
I'd
he
like to
made the
see him
same.
do more, but we do need a big threat. We do need a big team. We do need a bigger player, just to
Yeah,
at least consider jump ball and at least being able to take that shot where you feel comfortable. Like I said, De'Ami is going to likely get another chance at that this week, whether it be first team or second team. But I don't know if Mariota or Drexel or Hartman necessarily have, maybe Hartman, but I don't know if Drexel or Mariota, maybe Mariota even too, but I'm not sure because we didn't get a chance to see. But I'm not sure if they got the arms to kind of get that down there without the receiver having to genuinely go out there and make the play for himself, which might not be
now
a bad thing.
hold
Maybe
up
the
though.
person.
I will say this. I will say they might not have that arm, but fade routes is something that we want to have in our playbook. And if we want to have those fade routes in our playbook, we need somebody that can go up and get them at times, or they can get to the point of tippy toeing and stuff. Like, you need a pro to do that. You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's what I was saying about jump balls too, though. Like post routes that
Yeah.
end up being jump balls. A lot of the routes that Santana Moss won on weren't
Mhm.
necessarily fake routes, more so than they were opportunity balls that he
Yeah,
won.
50-50 balls.
Yeah, that he were winning more than less. So I don't know if we outside of McLaurin, if we have that true, like, you can almost count on 50-50 situation. Like sometimes, and this is just the past, and I'm not saying it's our future, but just in the past, I felt like we had a lot of 50-50 balls that were more like 25-75. Like, I really don't think we're gonna catch it. Oh, we caught it. Like, I want to feel like we got an actual opportunity to catch these passes and stuff.
I mean, yeah, yeah. For me, the preview against the Dolphins, at least. Again, I want to see Tua. I want to see how we fare against a team. No offense to the Jets, but they were like, what was their record last year? Was it worse than ours or something? So, they were 6-10. They were 6-10. So, not really the massive competition that I would expect us to have. So that's one thing. And two, I do want to see the Dolphins are stacked. The Dolphins are stacked a little bit on defense, so I want to see us fare against them. They 1-0 in the preseason. They won their first preseason game, so I want to see us against a team. What are we gonna go 0-3 again? Does it matter if we go 0-3 in the preseason? Are the Birds gonna come out if we go 0-3 in the preseason? Who knows? But again, the Dolphins are 1-0. They've gotten off to a good start. They are one of the super powerhouse teams, especially how they started the season last year. You really can't even count them out. They were in the playoffs. They lost to the eventual Super Bowl champion Chiefs. So it wasn't like they got knocked out by somebody who then lost to someone else. So I mean,
remember they played a Blizzard Bowl basically, or Freeze Bowl.
So the Dolphins are legit, and we can get low.
Not go, but they're gonna take this. They're gonna take the beginning half of this season serious. If anyone's going to bet, and this is just my early angle, I would bet on the Dolphins probably going 5-0, 6-0, unless they have a super hard schedule. And even still, I still see them going that way because unless the Chiefs fall off, they're going to need to have a record that they don't have to go to Arrowhead in order to have a shot at the Super Bowl.
Right, and that's going to require some head start.
Go
about 6-0, 7-0, something like that out the gate.
And like I said, unless the Chiefs or maybe the Chiefs or somewhere else that as long as the Chiefs start slower, I think it's Arrowhead. I don't know if it's anywhere else that's as cold and windy and freezy. Buffalo gets cold too in the playoffs, but I don't know if Miami has the same difficulty as they did in Kansas City. Kansas City was crazy this past season.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but Miami, man, this is going to be a good test. And I'm excited to see Jayden Daniels for more than one drive. Because I want to see if, even if it's just how his game flow, that sort of thing goes. He only had one drive. I want to see if he can repeat what he did in the first one. In the first drive beforehand. Was this just a luck of the draw, beginner's luck? Or do we really got something in Daniels? I'm excited to see that part too. So yeah, I guess that's what we got. Do y'all got anything else? We're going to final thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got anything else regarding the Dolphins?
Yeah, my bad. I'm gonna say this. My final thought is get ready for Miami. Okay, Miami will embarrass us if we don't come out there ready to play. Okay, Miami is not one of those teams that will not embarrass you if you don't come out there to play. So if we go out there lackadaisical and acting like this is not a real thing, blown out. That's one thing. And my second final thought is that it's been a lot of Jayden Daniels hype over 3 passes and 1 run. Okay? That's his stats. Now, Brian Robinson did run the ball on that drive, and I believe Austin Eckler ran the ball on that drive as well. But we didn't have a really big sample size of Jayden Daniels, and already they're going crazy. Okay? So we really need to take this into account. All right? But that's my final thoughts. Let's not buy into too much of the hype train right now.
Yes, indeed. What you got, Big Son or Vito on the final thoughts?
I'm gonna go I'm with the hype train. I'm buying it. I've already got a plate at the table. I've already got seconds. I've got the dessert menu out, and I'm just waiting for dessert to come to the table. All right. Jayden Daniels has done some things outside of the actual play, like making adjustments during the play, looking off safeties and looking off linebackers in order to make plays during that drive, even on the handoffs and the reads and stuff like that. As you can see from Mariota, for just a delayed handoff, looked like a catastrophe. And that's a 7, 8, 9, 10-year vet in the NFL. And I don't see how a rookie just made what he did in his first drive look so simple. So yes, I'm buying the hype train because at least preparation-wise, I at least know he's ready for week 1 if we were to start right now. I didn't say have an exceptional game, be number 1 in the NFL. I said be ready. You know how often it is we don't seem like we're ready. You know that song? It seems like you're ready. Like Jaden Daniels seems like he's ready. And so far is what we're going to get. If he has some difficulties against the Dolphins, guess what? I want to see that, and I want to see him go back on the field and make a play. You know what I'm saying? If he goes out there and has a great game, does the hype train stop? Do you want it to stop if he goes out there and he embarrasses the Dolphins? Like, let's go with the opposite of the spectrum.
No, I'm not
But
saying.
let's go out there and say,
I'm not saying stop the hype train. Let me confirm this. I'm saying that
no, just my take.
I don't want
This
them.
is my take.
You know, I get you, but you kind of took a shot at what I was kind of saying, bro. I'm just saying.
No. This is for anybody. This is for any of the naysayers and stuff like that. I'm not saying. I know you're not a naysayer. I'm with you on what you're saying about not buying into the hype. Like, you would like to see more. That is what you would like to see, and you want to see in those 2 drives possibly if he can accomplish going against a playoff team.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A team with better backups or at least more depth in certain things. They're not going to not start 20-something players and all of that because it's coming closer to the season. Absolutely, I absolutely understood. What I am saying is that outside of the hype train, because that's why I'm cool with the hype. I'm good on the hype because this kid, if what I saw last week with the Jets, my concern, Uptown Vito's concern, is the run game. Does anyone remember that the Dolphins, if not, were top 3, top 5 in the NFL in rushing last year? I believe they had one of the top rushers in the league. You know what I'm saying? That combo they have of the Gaston and what's his name? They used to play with Miami. Breida, when Breida was healthy, like they were a really good tandem in the backfield, and they can be explosive just as much fast as they are in the air on the ground. And if we play the way that we did against the Jets, I'm concerned about how they handle the run because that's going to open up everything they're trying to do in the secondary. So I would really like to see what we have Saturday in the run defense.
I agree totally. For me, my final thoughts is going to be a little bit of both. What we saw out of Daniels was impressive for one drive. I think we got a chance to see his arm and his legs. So I think that even in just the 3 plays, we saw his arms and his legs. So I think that was, very unique, and that is going to strike fear at least a little bit in the opposing teams. But I'm more with Leo, where I know that this could have been one drive where they got hit over the top of they, or where they wasn't ready. So I'm not going to get too hyped. That's why I said I'm excited about this game in particular, because we get to see more than one drive, I would think. And we get to really see if this is what we think it is, or if this was fool's gold. Because there'd be a lot of fool's gold running around here sometimes. So we get a chance to really peek in on the inside of what Dan Quinn wants to do. I also want to see the defense. I'm gonna be honest. The defense didn't play well against the Jets. And again, it is preseason, but we really got to see them again. And we need to see them play better, especially in the run game, over the next course of the next Saturday. We got to see that. That defense was not what we thought it was going to be. A lot of the same problems from last year seem to be trickling over to this year. High pass percentage for the opposing quarterback. Struggled against a number 1 like defense. This week it was Malachi Corley. He's not the number 1 guy. However, in what they were doing this weekend, he was, and we struggled against him, which is what happened all a year last year. So some of last year's juice seems to be trickling over to this year, when the point of you getting Dan Quinn was to stop some of that stuff. So that is what it is too. But other than that, again, sky's the limit. But this second dress rehearsal, I mean, the second preseason game, the dress rehearsal, for me at least, is going to say a lot. It's going to say a lot. It's going to show a lot. You know, we got the first round out, got the jitters off. Now it's about playing football a little bit and get ready for the season. And you're going to have to test a few things out. And like Point said, you're going to have to test the Jerzon Newtons. You're going to have to test the Jamin Davises on the end. You're going to have to test those guys because you ain't got no more time left. Season starting in a couple weeks. Ain't no more time left now.
But I mean, even though I'm being a little tough on the run game, and not to give the guys an excuse, I still want to see a better effort from the second and the third and the fourth unit for all those that get a chance to play.
Absolutely.
That middle's not going to be the same with Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne in the middle. It's not going to be that sweet. Now, what I would say was concerning was that although I really didn't see a lot of pass rush. Like with Montez Sweat and Chase Young moving on, I still think that having some type of pass rush, even if you're not necessarily playing every down, because of Chase's effectiveness in being able to get hurries on the quarterback, that pass rush or the ability to rush the quarterback, because even if you're trying to cause turnovers, you have to be able to create pressure. I want to see, even though it's early and it's in the preseason, so I know that you're not going to dial up some of your season blitzes in a preseason game, and I don't necessarily want you to show me one just so I know what's coming, but you still want to see concepts where you're able to create pressure on a quarterback to make them throw the ball off of time. I think the Jets did a really good job of their quarterbacks getting the ball out of their hands on time. And again, with Miami, if Miami is able to do that, even if Tua doesn't play more than one drive, 2 drives, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Like, if you got that much time, you're able to run whatever vanilla or complicated concepts that you're trying to do. And I don't believe that, like I said, for Washington, maybe things are vanilla for our coaching staff as far as what they're trying to get out in the preseason, but I'm not necessarily buying that 100% with the fact that Sam Hartman scored a touchdown drive in the fourth quarter or at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and once you get the ball back because the Jets scored, you literally took him out to try to put in Drexel. And even if Big Son's right on the competition aspect, if you were looking to give yourself or give your team an advantage or an edge on trying to win the game, the penalties and everything that happened literally put you in a scenario where you look like fools as coaches. Even if the players messed up, you made a mistake as a coach to now show your hand that you're trying to win this game, not in an aspect of I'm going to win it with who I have, but I'm going to try to win this game.
You got a Samsung phone?
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to win this game intentionally. And that says a lot, again, as a coaching staff, because the Jets didn't play a lot of starters, and the Jets didn't have to try to bring in a quarterback or bring in Zerline at the end of the game to kick a field goal to try to go up or something like that, which would have seemed intentional if you're trying to evaluate your team, which I believe that my argument was for the team was that this is an evaluation process. I still don't feel like you take the Jets' loss as a high or a low, but now with those things pointed out, I have to say, if you were now trying to get your team a win and you failed at that, you have to think about players that have already been here and say, hey, like, is this a repeat of the same thing? And I don't want to get settled in that. I don't think the energy in the building is to even think about it like that. But this is why it's important to get those wins so that those murmurs don't start to become reality.
I totally agree. You know, I totally agree, man. But yeah, that's what it is, man. You know, we got the game coming up on Saturday. I believe it is at 12. Let me see, just to check for the fans and for us alike. 7 p.m. Saturday August 17th at 7 p.m. is the Dolphins game. We end the preseason on August 25th, Sunday, August 25th, against the Patriots. Then we got the first game of the season. Will then be 2 weeks after the Patriots game, which will be September 8th. So you'll have that next Sunday, which is around the 1st or whatever that is. I think that starts on the 1st in September. And then the 8th will be the first game of the season at 4:25 against the Buccaneers. So this is it, baby. This is it. This is the nitty gritty. Well, that's the show we got for today. Again, we'll be back here at the same channel on August 17th at 7 p.m.
Saturday.
To watch the Commanders / Redskins and the Dolphins live from Miami, man.
And I'm gonna make an announcement now. After that week, okay, we got a game Saturday, and then the following Saturday, Score the Fight will be back. We're going to be watching Floyd Mayweather versus John Gotti III. We're gonna do an exhibition. We don't normally do too many exhibitions on Score the Fight, but we're gonna do the exhibition. So we'll see, because last time they got the record. So we'll see y'all Saturday for the next 2 Saturdays, as a matter of fact.
Yes, indeed. Next 2 Saturdays, we on live. All right. See y'all Saturday. Redskins and Dolphins.
Saturday.
Workhorse.
Workhorse.